say I'm a fool, but they never got the news that I'm a wild one. Oh yeah, I'm a wild one. You better turn it up, better keep the channel down, cause you're watching Vilemike and his real wild child. Oh yeah, I'm a wild one. You better turn it up, better keep the channel down, cause you're watching Vilemike and his real wild child.
And I forgot to unmute myself. Howdy, folkses. LDG is here, but he's on a phone call. So if anyone else wants to come on up and chat, by all means. Because I have nothing planned today by, hint of the title.
Fine,
I guess. How you
doing? Fine, I guess I'll come up.
Are you, how goes the return mission?
Oh, they're just waiting for the helicopter to show up.
So it's landed already?
Yeah.
All right. I wasn't really paying attention to it when I saw it on LDG stream. So, my dishwasher is next to me and very loud. Okay, Dandelion.
Then Mike, tell Mrs. Vile to be quiet.
Tell Mrs. Vile to be quiet?
Oh, I thought you said your dishwasher was actually being very loud.
No, I was reading Dandelion's comment.
Oh.
And I would never refer to Mrs. Vile as my dishwasher. Mostly because she would hit me.
With the dishes.
With the dishes. Although there is a old joke that an ex-girlfriend's mom actually told me. Why do women wear white on their wedding day?
Gee, I don't know why.
So the dishwasher matches the refrigerator and stove.
Oh, If you got a blue stove.
Then yes, that's a very misogynist joke, but the part to me that's funniest is the fact that it was told to me by a girlfriend's mom as I was dating her daughter. Yep. And we got an old man. How you doing, Boomer?
The one people hate.
And just to make sure Elihu does not worry himself.
Oh, good. That reminds me, dude.
And yes, I still have my freaking cough.
Look what I got.
What?
What is that?
Chris?
It's called a Crispy Pig. It's a whiskey Bloody Mary.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's like a salt.
It sounds disgusting.
It's like a peppered, spicy V8.
But Dandelion says that joke didn't work in the 70s. Appliances were rarely white. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
That is true. They were. You know what else? Those appliances from the 70s probably still work now.
I think it's actually the ones from the 50s and 40s that still work, only because they have a very simplified design, but they also don't necessarily keep everything cold at the same temperature. I actually watched someone do a deep dive into what the reasoning behind that stuff.
Yeah, who cares? The damn thing still worked.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, go ahead.
No, it was so funny. I had we bought a fridge that was in the garage fridge, and we had the garage fridge for going on 10, 12 years before it finally broke. And mind you, we only paid $100 for the damn thing. Mm. The $2,500 fridge that came with the house that was brand new broke 2 years into us buying the house.
Yep.
That I found fucking hilarious.
Well, what this guy did was he bought multiple refrigerators that, from different eras.
Yeah.
And he put temperature gauges in each one to keep them, to find out, how they're keeping everything cold. And while the older ones still worked, there was definitely hot spots in certain areas of the refrigerator.
I cannot say that would not surprise me.
So, yes, they worked, and he went to go and figure out why, and it has to do with the coil placement, the fact that modern refrigerators use certain things to help keep things cold by recirculating freezer air into them, and all the stuff that makes them more complicated makes them more likely to break down.
Yeah, progress.
So it's just a trade-off
Are you
of.
talking about the hydrogen gas compressed within the Freon itself to make it colder?
I don't know if that was one of the things he talked about. I haven't watched the video in probably several months, and I'm not doing him justice because I think the video was like an hour and a half long. It was actually really good.
I watched a behind the scenes on Family Matters this morning. Just kind of popped up. I was like, oh, cool.
Oh, I actually watched one too, and I learned something I didn't know. Was it on YouTube?
Yeah. Yeah, it was like
I
15. It was like I think 15, 16 minutes long.
Was it like weird things that happen behind the scenes and all that kind of stuff?
Not so much weird things, just kind of told you some of the stuff that happened. Kind of gives you do you remember VH1's Behind the Music kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, think of this just more stripped down 15-minute kind of thing.
Well, I'm just wondering if it was the same one I saw a couple days ago.
Like an ET promo.
I'd have to, well, I mean, I could just look up the last fucking video.
It's like an ET promo, basically, right?
I don't know. Let me check my history here. The Truth About Family Matters. Something, I guess the site was called Juicy Pop, or whoever it was on. Anyway, it was just something that popped. I didn't even pay attention to who put it up there. I was just looking at it because it looked interesting.
Well, I don't think that's the same one I watched, but this one was one of the things that was interesting was because this is more like a top 5 or 5 things you didn't know about it type thing.
Okay, they might have crossed some similar topics.
And like I stopped watching Family Matters when it left TGIF. Okay, and I know
I think that's pretty much what all of us did.
I know it went for another season or 2 on another channel, but because I was a TGIF kid at the time, that's where I watched it.
Yeah, it went over to CBS. It went over to CBS, and CBS tried to do a block party. Well, here's the thing I didn't know. One things I did not know is I did not know that Family Matters was a spin-off of Perfect Strangers.
Yes.
I did know that, but the other characters that were on Perfect Strangers were Carl and Harriet.
Yes. Carl Weathers.
And
all right, thanks. I'm back.
Winslow.
Yeah, I remember.
What pissed the actress off that played Harriet was the fact that the show ended up becoming this Urkel show. It was supposed to be a spinoff starring her, and instead it was a spinoff starring mostly her character's husband and the neighbor, and she hated that fact.
Yeah, what happened was Urkel was only supposed to come in as a one-off character. He was not supposed to come in and be brought back, but you know how ratings are and everything. And he was like, but yeah, there was some behind the scenes stuff. Like even one point where the guy who played Urkel, I guess her and the one who played Harriet, he basically said, I guess she wants to melee. And the interview, she said, I guess, what is a melee? He goes, I think he wants to fight. He wants to fight. She's like, I got held back. I got to pull that. I was going to go over there, bend him over, and whip his ass.
Yep, I heard, yeah. But the part that shocked me was after she was cut from the show, the actress that played Judy Winslow.
Yeah.
Because they,
I know what she went off and did.
Yeah, she ended up having to go and do porn for a while. And because she did porn, they didn't even invite her back for some of the reunion stuff.
Yeah, they did not. And
I'm like,
Yeah,
That's
she
fucked
did.
up. I'm sorry.
She was in the adult business, I think they said about a decade. She had some substance issues, ended up on one of those celebrity rehab reality shows. I never watched those things, but I just that was the recap they told you about.
Wait, which actress you talking about?
The
On the show?
The one that played Judy Winslow in Family Matters, the youngest
Judy
daughter.
Winslow.
Yeah, the one who the running joke was she went up the stairs and never came back down, and it was never addressed. Actually, that's more of a reference to
Happy Days.
the children.
Cunningham.
That's Happy Days, dude. That's a
Happy Days
reference.
too. I know. Okay, I was getting there. I was trying to go backwards.
You're
Right,
old.
so we're not talking about Urkel's. We're not talking about Urkel's love interest lady. We're talking about the little daughter.
Yeah, the little daughter. Yeah, his love interest. Unfortunately, that was tragic.
How did she go into porn? Wait, wasn't she like 9?
Yes, but I don't know if you know this, LDG, but people gain age every year.
Well, no, actually, they gain age every second. But yeah.
What I mean is, every year on their birthday, their age increases by 1.
Yeah, but you made it sound like, I'm just trying to understand. You made it sound like she went to porn like right after the show.
No, they just said she spent 10
she
years
turned
in the
18.
porn industry, but it didn't specify when. I mean, I would really like to believe it was after she turned 18.
Yeah, same here, to be honest.
But another behind the scenes
illegal.
thing was with the Urkel character. They had to have restrictions on him. He couldn't work out. He couldn't do certain things because he had to kind of. Because unfortunately, he was growing up.
Well, I don't think that. Excuse me. The scenes where Urkel turned into whatever that. Who did he used to turn into? Stefan. I think that's when that. No, I'm just saying. Stefan always looked more buff. Always looked like more the older him, and I think that's why they did that, so they could have episodes where
you know how
he
they
didn't have
did
to
that?
look all scrawny.
They took off his glasses. They pulled a Clark Kent. That's all they did.
No, actually,
they took off his glasses, but he was completely. His clothes changed. His slouch, his posture changed. It was more than just taking off the glasses.
Well, hold on.
Well, they also had to.
LDG is slightly correct. They did do you know how some people will bind their women will bind their breasts in order to appear more flat-chested during like sporting events or during acting roles? They literally did that to him. They bound his chest to make sure his pectoral muscles wouldn't show as Urkel.
Yep.
It's nuts.
And then eventually they finally had to let him wear looser clothes because they were trying to keep his clothes as tight to his body as possible to keep this, the scrawny little appearance on him. So sounds like we got similar. Sounds like we got similar information from both of our videos.
The algorithm must be pushing it for some reason, or pushing Family Matters videos, because that's interesting. Because I saw this was like 2 or 3 days ago.
Yeah, I just I saw it pop up this morning. I was like, oh, this is interesting. Right now, as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, TGIF, fuck yeah. Take me back to my childhood.
Oh, I love TGIF back in the day. Family Matters, Step by Step, and of course, my favorite, Boy Meets World.
Don't tell me you watched Sister.
Sister,
that was UPN.
sister.
Hold on. LDG 1, that was UPN, not TGIF. 2, yes, of course I watched Tia and Tara Mowry. God damn, those girls were sexy.
How old were you about that time?
Oh, when Sister came out?
Yeah, I'm trying to get a timeline because I don't remember.
You're about 23, right?
Must have been like 17, 18, I think.
He was like a 23.
Hold on.
Screwdriver.
When did
okay. Sister, sorry, I got an airplane going over. Let me mute.
You look at that LDG. Look at the private chat. Check out this website.
So I was 8 when Family Matters came
Grabbing
out.
a screwdriver. You're gonna have to wait a second. I'll be right there.
Hold on. When Sister came out, I was 9 years old.
What year was it?
94.
Okay.
I was 14.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. That's why I wouldn't have been watching. That's why I wouldn't have been watching anything like this. You mentioned a show. There was another show you mentioned. There was a reason I didn't watch it because Boy Meets World. Yeah, when that came out, I was already too old for that show.
Well, one of the reasons I liked Boy Meets World so much was because
Topanga.
I literally grew up with the characters.
Topanga.
Well, Topanga as well, but what I mean is, when the characters were in elementary school, I was in elementary school. When they
exactly, I get that.
I was starting high school. When they were starting college, I was starting college. So I mean, granted, they shortened everything, but still.
No, but I mean that was kind of a thing when I was watching, certain other shows too that were comparably the same age as I was. So yeah, I totally get that.
Oh,
like I said, there are some shows you guys watch, and it's not that I probably hated them or had anything personal with them. It's just I was older and doing other things at that point.
Yeah, I used to watch 90210.
Yes, I did too, and Melrose Place.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I even watched 90210 when I know that for the first 5 years they were in high school. 5 years, high school.
Yeah, when did 90210 come out? Well, wait a minute. Beverly Hills 90210.
Yes, that one, not the remake. Shannon Doherty, Luke Perry.
Where's the screwdriver?
Okay. When that show came out, I was about 9 years old, 9, 10. And they were in high school, but it was, a believable version of high school from what I could tell. And they tackled issues that, the 80s and 90s tackled some issues that, I guess we considered controversial, but they sure shit tackled them.
You mean the cliffhanger where we thought Brenda was pregnant, and the cliffhanger was like, wait, is she not? Is she or is she not? Cliffhanger. Like, what the hell are you guys doing to us?
Or the episode where the character, one of the guy who was Brian Austin Green's best friend in the show at the beginning, then he just slowly disappeared. And he came back for that one episode where he had the accidental discharge and
wait, what show are you talking about?
Oh, this is 90210 I'm referring to. Beverly Hills 90210.
Okay,
yeah, Beverly Hills 90210.
I didn't get into Beverly Hills 90210 because when that show came out, I was 4.
Yeah, see, and I was 9.
So, and that kind of reiterates the Dandelions, y'all are really young comment because I compared, I guess.
Hey, I'm almost 50,
I guarantee you, Dandelion, if you put the 5 of us on a lineup, people are going to still say you look the best.
Me? Yes, I do look the best.
No, Dandelion.
Oh, yeah.
You got fat, bald white guy. You've got old white guy. You've got ugly, bald white guy. And then you got Elihu.
Yeah. You got 3 fat guys in Elihu.
Hey, at least, I got muscles, okay? Yeah, I'm not fat. I ain't big bones. I got muscles.
But, that's interesting. I wonder if there's something going on with Family Matters is why the algorithm would push that out since you said you saw something in them. I did.
Yeah. And it's a channel I've never seen before and I haven't seen since, so.
I don't know. I sometimes just click on random things like that when it's like, those top 5 things you may not know and stuff. I love those kind of things.
Oh, you mean Lindsey Vonn, the top 10 amazing facts?
I don't know about that.
Lindsey Vonn, she's funny. She is funny.
Well, Dandelion, at least you have hair to dye. And Yeah, my shitty camera doesn't make me look any better. Trust me.
Yeah, I got a shitty camera right now. Look at this. It's all a little fuzzy.
Yeah, what the hell's going on with the camera, man?
I don't know.
Dude, Windex. Little Windex goes a long way. I embarrassed you. I kind of freaked out my daughter and her girlfriend the other day because I was knocking on the door to tell them something. I just talked to her about something, and I hear I guess it's her girlfriend's playlist, and one of them was In This Moment song, and I'm a huge fucking rock metal fan, so all of a sudden I come in there and I mean, seriously, who wants to see a 40-something-year-old fat guy go, I can be your whore?
You ever been to a Ozzy Osbourne concert? Hello?
Yes.
Okay, that's
I have been to an Ozzy Osbourne concert.
That's exactly your
We literally were screaming at Godsmack to shut up so he could come on stage. No, I'm not joking. I am not fucking joking. Godsmack is going on. There were people looking at their watches being like, go away.
Oh, bop, boom. Come on. Get Ozzy on. Boom, bop, boom, bop, boom. Come on, get Ozzy.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen the latest pictures Jack shared of his dad?
No, because I don't do the social media stuff all that much.
Oh, that's the NB Geek.
No, I haven't.
Ozzy looks pretty good, but he's not playing or touring. He's taking things easy. He's going to the store, and that's about it. He's taking a walk around the neighborhood.
When I saw him a couple years ago, I gotta ask my mom which year it was because it's just recent. But you know how everything's kind of been blurring together with all the crazy shit we've had in the last, I don't know, how many years. But I remember Ozzy, you know, he came out there, man, could still sing, but I'm telling you what, he can't do what he used to do. He was pretty much doing walking, and we had a very kick-ass solo drum and a solo guitar set. But yeah, I mean, I give the guy credit. He's still putting his best effort out there as long as he could.
Yeah.
It just shows you rockers had better drugs.
Look at Mick Jagger.
I don't know how some of those guys have survived this long without dying. I mean, the stuff they've put themselves through.
All those drugs that got Keith Richards preserved, okay?
Hey, as we've said, we've got to keep this world safe for the cockroaches and Keith Richards.
Pretty much.
What is it? The three things that'll survive a nuclear fallout: cockroaches, Keith Richards, and something else.
Dolly Parton's boobs.
Ah, that was the other one.
Thought it was
well, it used to be Joan Rivers' face, but after she passed, I think it switched to Dolly Parton's boobs.
That works. Hey, those boobs were worth every penny.
But before or after,
I don't care what she does with her boobs, because the fact that she actually is an actual decent person who spends her money to help people on occasion. She helped promote the vaccine. I mean, fuck, goddamn. I mean, I may not like her music, but I like her.
One thing about her,
you know what else can survive a nuclear holocaust?
One person talk at a time.
Disney stocks. Yeah, the other thing that can survive a nuclear holocaust is Disney stock.
Okay, that was no, not
Dolly
funny at all.
is. Yeah, Dolly is.
Say that.
Dolly is awesome. I've always loved her music. So, Mike, I'm guessing country music not really your thing.
Well, remember, a lot of my family is from Texas. I even have, a country music singer in my family. And I just never liked it because to me, when I was growing up, it was all the same types of songs. If it was a guy singing, he's singing about his how he lost his girl, or he lost his truck, or he lost his dog.
I know.
And if it's a woman singing, it's about how she lost her man. She lost her man's truck. She lost her man's dog. With the occasional drinking song. That's about it. That's all of country music right there.
And
I didn't like it because it was repetitive.
I'm fucking with you, man. I don't care. You don't have to like it at all. I don't like new country music. I can't stand the news. A lot of the new stuff.
One of my daughters loves Taylor Swift. Okay.
I've seen Taylor Swift in concert.
I have learned that I can't stand Taylor Swift because half of her songs are the same fucking subject. It's either you broke my heart and you're an asshole, or why won't you date me? You're an asshole.
You know, Taylor Swift is actually a nice person. When she was here in Santa Rosa, all the crews who were subcontracted, not through her company, got a total of about $10 million in bonuses. She just gave
yep. I heard about that shit. I heard about that stuff.
Parking attendants. Parking attendants, the crew. Everybody got money from Taylor Swift personally.
She takes care of her people.
Yeah, I give her that much.
She takes care of her people. Now, as far as Taylor Swift's music, I remember when she started out, I think she was 14 or 15 when I think she showed up on the country music scene. And I liked a lot of her earlier stuff. Liked a lot of her stuff later that came around, but I could tell she was going more a pop route. And ultimately, that's, I guess, where she went. That's fine. It seems to be doing great for her. I'd say the gamble paid off. Actually, it wasn't much of a gamble, honestly.
Dandyland, I will say this is one of the good things about Taylor Swift, I will say, is the fact that she encourages people to vote.
Yeah.
Which leads me to a conversation I had with my daughter about that, because apparently there are some of the parents that are not allowing some of her friends to listen to Taylor Swift anymore, because apparently it's a leftist agenda to encourage people to vote. And they're literally not allowing their children to listen to Taylor Swift because she encourages people to vote. And that's a leftist agenda. And I was like, who are these parents who are doing this? And she couldn't even tell me which parents were doing it, but she was like, well, so-and-so's dad and so-and-so's mom and so-and-so's. And I'm like, do you really hang out with them that often?
Oh, you're talking about Moms for Liberty, aren't you?
But I was just like, I think she was kind of exaggerating it.
Well, I remember, what was it? Around, the 2016 election, I think there was I remember seeing news articles and things pop up about Taylor Swift, and it was like people were trying to ask her opinion, and she was trying to be, neutral and apolitical. And then all of a sudden they were like, oh, is she secretly, supporting this guy? I was like, Jesus Christ, people. I'm like, stop being such an ass just because she doesn't want to tell you publicly. Fucking A.
Well, literally, the most political thing she said apparently was just register to vote. She didn't tell you who to vote for. She didn't tell you what candidate she supports. All she said was register to vote, and apparently that was a bad thing to some people.
Okay, I can actually say I can understand why some parents in California would think that way.
Why? Because this has been going on since the 90s, since Clinton. Remember MTV? Get out the vote. Get out the vote. This has been going on for 30 years. Come on, people.
Yeah, you remember this shit.
I'm pro registering to vote.
I'm pro getting off your ass and registering yourself to vote.
Well, that's what I mean. I mean, same thing.
I'm not pro, oh, here's your driver's license, you're automatically registered to vote. It's like, what?
I thought it's the post office, though, that handles voter registration.
No, DMV.
No, DMV.
Yeah, you're right. It's the DMV. They do, or at least
post
in California.
office, I think, is where you can, post office, I think some post offices where I can get
passport. That's what I was.
Thank you. That's what I was going. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah, California DMV. They give you a piece of paper that says, "Do you want to register to vote? Yes or no? Yes. Okay, fill out the paper. You register to vote. No, you do it some other time. It's not mandatory like people say it is."
Well, okay, now understand this. I've lived in a lot of states in this country, but remember, I was an Illinois resident my entire time in the military. And prior to that, I was a minor, so my residency was wherever the hell my parents were at.
What did you mine? Gold, ore, silver, uranium?
So that's why you came to California. You were a minor 49er.
Yeah, I ended up in California. I ended up in California in a very interesting time in California history. I was there during your recall, the governor, and the whole Prop 8 thing. And when everybody asked me what I did for that, I said, I'm an Illinois resident. I can't vote unless I have no opinion or no say-so. Oh, what do you think? Doesn't matter. It's like, what do you mean doesn't matter? I'm not a California resident.
Oh, NB, one of my favorite things to do, and I've told Mrs. Vile this, that even if I'm having a really bad day at work, because I have to go inside a certain big box store that shouldn't be mentioned, excuse me, I get some of those people out that are standing out in front of the stores that want you to sign whatever thing they want you to sign, right?
Okay.
And I've told her that I will immediately have a good day if I'm able to pull this off. Someone walks up to me, sir, will you sign this? No habla inglés. Then they start asking me to sign it in Spanish. And then I'll tell them, I don't speak English either. If I'm able to pull that off, and I've done it maybe a dozen times or so in the last 6 years, I immediately have a good day.
God, oh my God. Do you guys have those kind of people really there on a regular basis?
Yes.
Oh, NB,
yes, dude. Yes.
You have no idea. NB, you have no idea.
No, I know. You're right. I have no fucking idea. Please elaborate for me.
Oh my gosh.
NB, I have stores where they're not only will they have the pollsters, there's a guy who I actually got into an a verbal fight with a little bit because he had set up a tent, tables, and had about 4 people, including his children, all trying to get people to sign his little thing while selling the MAGA hats, the MAGA flags, and stuff like that. And I'm like, dude, you realize you can't sell stuff while you're trying to get people to sign petitions? And he goes, I can do whatever the fuck I want. I'm like, it's literally in California law that you're not allowed to make money while polling.
No, you can give away stuff but not sell.
Exactly.
Actually, I wasn't even. Actually, well, that's interesting. Most polling places I know of, at least the ones I've been to, and I've only been to a few because, remember, most of my voting was absentee ballot. Actually,
sorry, when I mean polling, I mean getting people to sign petitions. That's another word for polling as well.
Oh, okay, I got you there. Okay, I'm thinking something completely different then.
When you're trying to get people to sign a petition, you are not allowed to make money from that, as in selling merchandise.
So is that a California law or?
Okay, technically it's a federal law, but
is it a federal law?
But because we actually looked it up with this guy because, after a while, after arguing about it, I'm like, well, let's go ahead and look it up because he didn't believe me. Because I said it was a California law. Turns out, no, it's not a California law. It's a federal law.
I could see that.
So he goes, okay, what are you going to do? You can't call the cops on me because it's not their jurisdiction to uphold that law. You're going to have to call the fucking FBI, and I'd like to see them come out here and stop me. And I'm like, well, you got me there. I'm not going to call the FBI to have them arrest you for, selling merchandise while breaking a federal law that they're not going to give a shit about.
Doesn't that say more about?
But what I mean is, what
accountability,
I mean,
that's interesting.
It's what makes me even laugh even harder about it is some of the stores only have conservative people at their signing petitions, and some of them only have liberal people signing petitions. So it's like you actually have like a little demographics in my stores that I can tell which areas are conservative and liberal based on which petitioners set up in front of the stores.
Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. I have no idea what a conservative in California is. I don't.
Well, by conservative in this case, I mean the people that when they're having their petitions, they've got set up with their their MAGA hats and their Trump flags and stuff like that.
It's perfectly.
Look, I get the petition. I get the whole petition thing. I know that's all, but yeah, the selling of merchandise, that's kind of like buying signatures.
Yeah,
Well,
if the guy
well,
wanted,
actually, it's kind of a. Actually, if you think about it, it's kind of a weird. Actually, it sounds like a scam.
Well, I've only ever seen it at 2 stores out of my 12. And one of those stores is a very conservative area of San Diego. I mean, one of the jokes is it's Little Texas. I'm not going to say the area, but the other store, it's surprisingly because it's right in the middle of, a not really conservative area. But for some reason, they set up in that one store all the time. But it also might be because that particular Walmart is right next to a Hobby Lobby.
No, the funny thing was after you tried to dance around this, Elihu giggled, and I was waiting for Elihu to just go giggity.
I was trying to.
That's what I thought you were going for.
But yeah,
I don't know, man.
You set up in front of my stores, I get mad at for whatever reason because they're not supposed to be there. They got the little signs. I mean, Walmart's not going to kick them out because they don't want to get the bad press. But it's like, stop selling your shit at Walmart. I don't want to buy your mixtape. I don't want to buy your hot dogs. I don't want to buy your home brewed lemonade.
All right,
question.
I
just want to walk to my car.
Question for you. What's your view on Girl Scout, Boy Scouts?
Oh.
No, it's a fair question. It's a fair question.
Same thing, to be honest. I don't want to be bugged when I'm walking inside my store. I realize Girl Scouts are, not that bad of, or Boy Scouts, whatever. But I still don't want to have your little things set up when I'm trying to walk in and getting bugged by every little person.
Well, yeah, it was kind of a. Well, no, I mean, I'm asking you, no, because the other day, my son and I, we went out to the gun range in TH, and right out front is the Boy Scouts, and it's like, okay, I have no freaking cash whatsoever, and I don't know, I just kind of always, I'm kind of like, I don't know, something about making these kids stand out there for hours to sell shit always annoys the shit out of me.
Yeah. I hate the fact that the cookie prices went up.
Oh God, you have no.
But hey,
oh my God, they're robbing us blind. Those Girl Scouts are robbing us blind. I'm surprised Girl Scouts aren't. I'm surprised Girl Scouts aren't. Standing on the donut shop right across from the dispensary in California.
Hey, there was this one Girl Scout a couple of years ago who sold about a couple $1,000s worth of cookies in front of a dispensary.
Wait a minute, was that real?
Yes, it was. Real? I met the kid. I met the mother. Yes, it was real. She sold a lot of cookies right in front of the dispensary. Dispensary was like, "Yeah, go for it."
Yeah, my wife and I joked about that kind of thing. Is like I could see that you come out of the dispensary, especially someone like you or me, Elihu. Someone at the dispensary. Here comes the little Girl Scout. Hey, I got that good shit.
Oh, she made a killing.
Inmates, I got that tag along.
Yeah, her mother was one of the ones responsible for legalizing it non-recreational. So yeah, it was a real thing, guys.
That's capitalism at its finest.
I gotta say that it would probably piss some people off to have little kids next to the drugs areas. You know what I mean? Because all the
they're not. Hey. My kids are next to the liquor store when I go in to buy liquor. They are not allowed to go in, just like kids are not allowed to go into the dispensary. I see no issue with this.
Oh, I don't see any issues either, but I can see some people having issues with it. That's the thing.
Well, of course, somebody's gonna have an issue with something. But this is where I always like to go back to my one of my favorite quotes from a book. Is what I'm doing right or wrong? Sir, I am only a legal droid. I cannot tell you what is right or wrong. I can only tell you what is illegal and what is legal.
God, that sounds familiar. What is that from?
It's actually from a Star Wars book. I'd have to look up which one, but it was when Jason Solo. Anyway, but I think it's actually a play on words from another more famous, but I've never actually taken the time to look that up, but it sounds so familiar to something else.
I've only read Heir to Empire Part 1. That's the only Star Wars book I've ever read.
You didn't read the ending? You don't know how Thrawn died?
Well, I know he's going to die, but I only read Part 1.
Well, I'm actually
hold on. I will be posting some Star Wars books on the eBay store soon, so maybe you can purchase some, Elihu.
You got Part 2 and 3?
I do.
No, but I have one book that I'm pretty sure that you'll enjoy. What is it called? I gotta go. Sorry, the pictures are on my phone. They're not on the computer. Yes, I know. It's called Other Worlds, Visions of Our Solar System, and it's a compilation of all the like New Horizons and Cassini pictures of all the planets and phenomena in our solar system.
How old is the book?
I do have a picture of the copyright page, so hold on.
If it's before 2007,
2017, it's a first edition hardcover, and it's by a guy named Michael Benson. I know the original price of the book was like almost $30, so I plan on selling it for like 10.
What's the book called?
Other Worlds, Visions of Our Solar System.
Sounds familiar. I don't know why.
Is that like Saller's book?
Have any of you guys ever read anything by Simon R. Green or Jim Butcher?
Titles.
Titles? Okay. Character, Harry Dresden.
Heard about it, never read his stuff.
Okay. That's Jim Butcher. He created the wizard Harry Dresden. And if you base it off the Syfy show they did, please don't. First off, I cannot believe they got an actor who was under 6'6".
Oh, okay. Now it looks familiar. False picture of Jupiter.
I don't know. That cover looks familiar, but that's all I'm getting out of it.
Well, it's a public domain photograph. I mean,
yeah.
Oh. Well, okay.
I mean, all the pictures the guy posts are public domain because they're NASA.
Yeah, every NASA photo is public domain.
But he got
special asked for, but it's still public.
Oh, speaking of NASA, I finished that first season of For All Mankind.
I am very disappointed in myself. I didn't even finish the second season of Cobra Kai. I still got 2 episodes left to watch of season 2. So I'm well behind right now. I spent almost no time this week trying to watch TV.
Actually,
go ahead.
Actually, the only TV I think I watched this week was season 6 of Stargate SG-1 and the Tuesday episode of Ahsoka. I think that's really all I've watched this week. I'm kind of keeping For All Mankind on kind of a back burner. I really enjoyed that first season a lot. and I watched about 15 minutes of the second season. I was like, okay, I want to take a break. I want to have time to think about the past season because I thought it was fucking amazing.
Wait till they get to Mars.
Isn't that third season?
Yep. Wait till they get to Mars, dude. That rocks. Third season rocked.
So I thought it was interesting because here was a key thing I was trying to wonder about. Okay, we're playing an alternative history. All right, the space race is still going on. We're going to advance in technology probably faster because of that. So the Cold War shifted it into a new model. And, I watched that. I watched a little bit of the first part of the second season, first episode, just to kind of get an idea on the time jump. And then when I saw the guy with the electric vehicle right in the front in the 80s, I'm like, yeah, I could see that possibly being a thing.
Yeah, but it was bad science season 1. I mean, they never heard about the planetary accretion approach. I'm like, hello, that's basic knowledge.
Yeah, maybe if you're as intelligent as you are in this subject.
That's basic knowledge discovered in the 50s. This happened in the 60s and 70s. Like, what the hell's going on with you guys? Come on.
But no, it was really enjoyable. Quite a bit. Oh my God. I'll tell you what. You know what I love about this show? Honestly, the fucking women. I actually love the women in the way they act in that first season. Because everything about that, I was like, wow, they really thought about the time they were in. The perfect example I would say is when Gordo's wife becomes an astronaut candidate. You know, they talk about bringing women astronauts in because the cosmonauts just put Russia put a female cosmonaut on there. And I remember how angry she was and how she was walking around. And I distinctly recall remembering stories about that kind of stuff with women being very angry about other women taking roles they felt were for their husbands. It was less about the fact that it seemed like the way she was doing it was less about the fact that it was women. It was about the fact that this might affect my husband's career and are they really deserve to be here? And that was very interesting. How she
point of view, dude.
What's that?
Season 1 is basically a misogynistic point of view about women in the workplace.
Yes, exactly. But there were so many women back then who thought like that. And I don't think people realize women did used to think a lot like that. There are still women who think that way. And it bothered her and it was really affecting her. But then, oh my God, I got to tell you what, the whole thing with their kid, I was like, now that was ballsy. Yeah. I was like, that was ballsy.
Poor
absolutely
Gordo.
Ballsy.
I loved Gordo after his kid died, man. His character just went perfect. Stern at its asshole, but heart of a teddy bear. I love Gordo.
Hard not to like Gordo, man. I mean, I know he's an ass. I know he's an asshole in some ways, but and he's a shit husband. And he's a shit husband at times. But damn it, you can't say he doesn't love and support his wife.
I know.
But it's so fucking weird because, yeah, okay, he screwed around on his wife. I get it. Okay, I know that's wrong. Still, the guy was all about his wife getting into the candidacy. And even when he lost his seat on the moon, it bothered him, but he didn't take it out on her.
Nope.
Oh, and that scene where he sees the crash when he's driving.
Oh.
Yeah. Dude, I was like, when I found out who actually crashed, I was like, oh shit, who was it? And I told my wife about the show, and she loved it. Was interesting because my wife had watched a documentary on the Gemini program. And when I told my wife that several of the characters are based on people from that, she was like, oh my God, that's fucking amazing.
In case you guys are wondering, crew has arrived at the Osiris capsule.
Oh, they did?
Yep.
Cool.
And what are they going to be doing?
Oh, this is a sample from the asteroid. They're going to be testing the rock samples.
Ah.
So, Elihu, apparently I'm getting a belated birthday present on October 14th. We're supposed to get that solar eclipse here.
Yeah, I know. The best place to see it is in Albuquerque. You're going to see about 60% of it, the ring.
Hey, well, you know what? I actually got to see one full complete back in Sumter. So, hey, man, even a partial 60% is still pretty cool. Man, you should have seen. Man, you should have seen that one. When was that last one, Elihu, we had here? It was in the South.
2 years ago.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, man. You should have saw that. Man, that was an event in South Carolina. Everybody was asking leaderships like, you're going to let us off, right? We're going to get to go home and get our family. School was closed. I mean, it was just kind of like, okay, I'm not going to be in this fucking building when this happens. And by the way, finding a pair of glasses to view, yeah, good luck.
Yeah, $7.
Oh, no. Who needs glasses to watch an eclipse? If the president doesn't need them, I don't think anyone does.
Well, I still like seeing.
Yeah, I'm just fucking around, dude.
I know you're fucking around, but nah, it was very interesting, and it was a very unique experience. I loved it. It was amazing.
Yeah, I'm looking at bookmarks right now, trying to find the map.
Unfortunately, I didn't know Elihu back then, so I couldn't actually talk to him about how cool the fucking thing was. Well, sorry, didn't meet any of you guys till the lockdowns. Remember?
Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it? Hang on a second. A map.
We don't pulling up the map of the
Arc. Yeah, I'm trying to.
The Arc. Okay, cool.
Shit, I gotta do this.
What kind of percentage are you gonna get in California?
80.
Nice.
What about Southern California?
70. Let me pull up the map and I'll show you the Arc. Okay, hang on.
All right, sorry. While we were talking, I was doing stuff, so hold on. I'm gonna.
Dandelion's got the right idea there.
What? I'm not even looking at that. What?
She said, "I'll have to borrow a welding mask from the workshop at work."
Yeah.
Okay. Not only does that sound cool, but that just sounds really hot.
Oh, that's next year's. Sorry, hang on. I pulled the wrong map. I was going to pull next year's total eclipse. Not the Ring of Fire. Sorry. Hang on. Okay, found it. Damn it.
Dandelion said she did that last time.
Damn it.
All right, here you go, Elihu. Just for you, I went ahead and posted it already.
Wait. Let me go back to the tab. Hang on a second. I can't see what you're talking about. One more moment. Hang on. Where the hell is it? Okay, now you can show me. eBay. What's the eBay?
I posted it just now, just for you.
Oh, sorry. I'm looking at something else right now. Sorry. Okay, now I can go there.
Dandelion says she's
there's the book.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I just posted it for you.
Oh, thank you.
And no,
that's what he said.
And it looks like based on what the price other people are asking for and selling it for, I only asked $5 for it. For a book that was originally $30.
Okay, this is the Arc of the Eclipse right here. Next month, you got the best place to see it is in Albuquerque, of course. That's the best place to see it. Albuquerque. But anywhere along the blue line, you can see a great ring of fire.
How much am I going to be able to see from San Diego?
Let's see. You're down here, so maybe about 30, 40%.
Say that again?
What's this?
Maybe about 30, 40%. You'll see something.
Is this where the thing landed this morning?
No.
Oh.
This is the solar eclipse for next month.
Annular.
Solar eclipse. Gotcha.
The ring of fire. Come on.
And we're not talking about your asshole eating Taco Bell.
In 2024, the actual solar eclipse goes across here, this arc. Boom. Which means Albuquerque is getting a double whammy. Okay, let's check out San Diego's. Let's see. We have partial eclipse, 11%, 110, 30. Yeah, about 40%.
Well, I'm not going to be driving that far. Not with gas prices the way they are.
Wait, oh, sorry. San Diego, obscurity at 68.92%. Yeah, okay. You have about 70. Let's see. LDG is going to get 55%. Me, about 77%. Sorry, about to go to Albuquerque.
Why does that not surprise me?
What?
Yeah, you're gonna go. I could see you actually going to Albuquerque.
You know, that's the exact same price to go to Bend, Oregon, and it is to Albuquerque from San Francisco. Exact same price.
Well,
just remember to take.
What will it be in Vancouver?
Hey, just remember, take that left turn.
Hang on. Where's Vancouver? Oh, there's Vancouver is right here. So Vancouver's going to get about 75% obscurity. I'll put them out. Hey, look, I'll just put this in here. Oh, shit. Hang on. If I have a wrench, it's on there. If I don't, it's in the private
I still have another.
It's right there.
And I got to make that email.
I know when the comet naturally passed by, it was all cloudy. I couldn't see shit. That's why I'll go somewhere next month.
My car is about to be invaded.
Kids.
Mijos, mijas.
Keep the toys out of the car. That's why.
What do you want, Gordo? ¿Qué pasa?
Toys. You let's play with the Beast Wars and you go to the car.
Mm-hmm. What? Yes, I know the car's dirty. It's because of kids. And he's going straight for the glove box.
Told you, Beast War time.
Yeah. Solamente. He's mad because all I have in there right now is the pterosaur. I put the other one away with the other ones that are similar scale. Oh. The only reason that one's still there is because I don't have access to the rest of my Beast Wars stuff to put them with them. They're deep in storage. Did everyone just stop talking all of a sudden?
Yeah, I was waiting for you to finish.
Yeah, no, I'm still talking, just not to you guys.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So what about that asteroid sample? You think there's an anti-genetic mutagen that's going to turn people into zombies or something? Or what are your thoughts on that there, Elihu?
0%.
Yeah.
Well, anything. Not obviously 0%. Duh. But isn't this an asteroid? Do you think there's going to be a new element or water or a fossil?
There's a highly percentage chance of microlized water droplets inside the asteroid itself, which could hold microbes. So that's what they're going to check is for water.
Well, I doubt
But
there's
no evidence of a new
on there unless
element.
they were transplants from the Earth. Contaminations. But I think
why didn't they bring it to the space
really
station
important
instead?
To scientists that the average person won't be like, why do we do this again?
Well, they landed on an asteroid. Isn't this the first time we've landed on an asteroid and brought something back?
It's the first time we brought something back from an asteroid. We landed on an asteroid a couple times already.
I just said, and bring it back.
Oh, I didn't hear that part.
Yes,
because you interrupted me with it's before I could finish.
Hey, you know what it's like.
Oh, Lord. I do know what it's like. The only difference is when I do it, I'm right.
No, the crew is on its way. There's already scientists there securing the area, making sure everything's okay. And the crew is on its way to pick up the capsule.
Yeah, I watched it this morning. I streamed it out for a little bit.
But it's not. But okay, I'm confused. When you say the capsule, are you talking about it landed on Earth, or are you saying it's still in orbit?
On Earth. It landed on Earth this morning.
That's what I thought.
Right before you went
live.
live.
He was explaining it. It sounds like it's in orbit still.
No, sorry. When it landed, they had some scientists and engineers go around the area to make sure everything's secure, make sure everything wasn't cracked open or anything.
Wow.
It was secured, completely closed, and they are waiting for the truck to arrive to pick it up.
The 6-inch double-plated truck that can prevent any radiation or
it's just a
alien microbe.
Flatbed, dude. All they're doing is loading on a plain flatbed. No specialized truck or anything.
Why are you killing the mood here? I'm trying to set a mood.
Please don't set
an unknown substance from outer space that wasn't on this planet and not on the moon and not on any planet. I mean, this asteroid, right? What goes outside of the freaking... It goes outside of the solar system, right?
No, it doesn't.
Or goes to the belt.
Bennu does not go outside the solar system. It's in this stable orbit. It orbits like every 36 years or so.
There we go. All right. Well, there you go. Yes, you never know what could be on there, man. We're talking... I mean,
it's made of the same stuff the Earth is made of. I mean, I don't understand.
Everything's made out of the same thing the universe is made out of. The only problem is we don't know everything that the universe is made out of yet. Oh, by the way, did you hear about the worm they brought back to life that's over 10,000 years old?
No, and I kind of doubt they did. I think you're exaggerating.
Yeah, check it out. They found a worm that was 10,000 years old, and they're able to revive it.
There are a bacteria 2 million years old before, but not a worm.
Yeah, oldest living creature.
Actually, 2 million years old. Bacteria in Antarctica is older than that, dude.
Hey, I got a question for you guys.
Bacteria and a worm
are both life. They're both alive.
But the different types.
Still life.
Yes.
Mute, Mike.
Not me.
Hey, Elihu. Interesting thing I just saw pop up on my feed. Apparently this happened a day ago. News out of Sacramento. California law banning magazines of 10 or more rounds struck down by a federal court.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. What really shocks me is they actually said 10 rounds.
Yeah, Gavin was being
use the term rounds.
Gavin was being specific in magazine capacity this time instead of actual basic vague language. That's why he put that 10 round in there. Because in the past, it was basically multi-clip rounds. Really? Define that. So he basically had actual language to define what exactly was the round.
There's a problem with that because there are certain terms that get used that sometimes are interchangeable. Unfortunately, sometimes not. For example, you just said clip.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Universal language.
Yeah. Well, for me, it's magazine. For me, it's not bullets, it's rounds. And I just thought that was interesting that article was written with that language. I was rather
It's
surprised.
remember, legal nomenclature, it has to be different from regular nomenclature to try to remove as much ambiguity as possible.
No, I did not know that.
That's why laws are written the way they are. They sound really stupid to us, lay people, but they're
Oh,
written
you
that
mean the legal jargon part?
Yeah, that's why he did that.
I gotcha. Now I know what you're talking about. Didn't he veto something recently?
I have no idea.
You don't know what your own governor's doing? God.
Well, right now I'm looking up
what Texas and Florida are doing. I'm just fucking with you.
Right now I'm looking up the BS that LDG was trying to spout. Yeah, they did a DNA sample of a worm found, a nematode found in permafrost, and when they did the genetic comparison, it's exactly the same as a one that was found 46,000 years ago. But the one they revived is not the one that's 46,000 years ago. It's only a couple of thousand years old, not even 10. So they did not revive a 10,000-year-old worm. They
Okay, so a
revived
few thousand-year-old. I was off on the number. My fault. So a few
originated
thousand
at
years
least
old.
46,000 years ago.
Yeah, brought back to life. Okay, there you go.
I did.
Interesting.
I did not see that one. Let me go to that one, Yvette.
I don't think any of us saw that.
He posted a Kinder video yesterday afternoon.
Yeah.
All right. So just something real quick, since I mentioned that whole thing about the rounds and the magazines and stuff. Here's where I get confused on a lot of things. Everybody's focused on the paperweight and not the thing that actually is the issue.
The fire rate?
The rate?
So people are
The
concerned
rate ain't got shit to do with it.
NB Geek, you can verify what I'm about to say as his actual statements. 80% of people who go to gun ranges do not buy ammo; they make their own. So that argument about the capacity of the magazines and the clips is bullshit because people make their own ammo.
Yes, actually, quite a few people can make their own ammo. Hell, if I
Yeah.
wanted to, I could make my own ammo if I wanted
Yeah.
to. But what
That's
I'm
why the
saying
argument's
is
bullshit.
the biggest issue that I've been trying to get this is you're all arguing about the wrong thing. You're looking at the paperweight. You're not looking at the round. That's going to make all the difference in the world. If I took
Shut up.
for example, if I took my M4,
you gotta shut up, dude. You gotta shut up. He's got to highlight a comment.
Oh wait, sorry, I was checking something else out.
Sorry,
Oh,
Geek,
yeah.
you gotta shut up. You gotta shut up, dude.
Yes. Mrs. Viles
sorry.
in the
Good morning.
Mrs. Viles. Thank you, Eli. I was looking up the comment that Yvette said on the thing, and yeah, it sucks that they already got rid of it and put Christmas shit up because I'm tired of Christmas shit everywhere already.
Sorry, Jesse. Go ahead and finish.
Wait a minute. You got Christmas shit up and wait, whoa. You got Christmas shit in SoCal right now?
Okay, NB, I was packing out Christmas stuff last month.
I'm annoyed my neighbor put fucking Halloween shit out 1 September.
Well, I was packing out Christmas merchandise in August.
Why?
Exactly.
Sales?
I don't know.
I got hit on sales. That's why.
I mean,
no,
NB,
the
let's put it this way.
the sales happened December 26th.
NB, I'm going to tell you this right now. Some of the stuff that I'm throwing away for my clients, they are already disposing of Halloween merchandise.
Shit.
It's September, and they're done selling Halloween stuff.
Halloween stuff is just being put up in Target right now.
I'm saying in some of my Walmarts, and I shouldn't be saying the name on the live stream, but whatever.
Wally
My
World.
clients are already getting rid of, throwing away into the trash Halloween merchandise because it's already too old for them.
Jeez.
I don't even think my Wally World has. Well, they have some stuff up, but ain't nothing on the discount bin. That won't happen until 1 November.
Well, I'm telling you what I am doing in those stores.
Hey, all I'm saying is, like I said, I don't know how California works, especially how SoCal works, because I was only in NorCal.
This isn't just a SoCal or NorCal thing. This is nationwide at Walmart's for the company I work for.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. I've told you
I'm sure that's good.
I sent her a picture of the first Christmas item I had to pack out because I was so shocked that I'm packing it out in August. And then literally like 2 weeks later, I'm throwing away Halloween stuff because all the new stuff is Christmas related. And they want to push the new stuff every week.
Well, here's where I run into a problem. When I go into two certain stores, one of them starts with a C, one of them starts with a W. There is a certain thing that comes out every fucking season that I have to avoid at all cost. I cannot handle artificial cinnamon smell.
God, I can kind of agree with you. I can't even walk past candle stores at the mall or the candle aisle at my stores because I can barely breathe sometimes. I have to take my bandana off, wrap it around my face like a mask. Otherwise, I can't breathe.
I don't have that problem with the scented candles for the most part. My wife has that issue with incense. And I have that issue if there is artificial cinnamon, that smell, it is so strong and so overpowering. I have to literally walk as far as I can from it. I cannot, if I walk down an aisle with that shit, I got to hold my breath. That's how bad that shit is for me. I can't stand it. I don't know why. I just fucking can't.
Yeah, yeah. When it comes to the smells of certain things, I just can't handle it. What was it? I was in the chemical aisle. Cleaning supplies.
Mm-hmm.
At one of my stores, and they had a spill of something that one of the guys was cleaning up, and I had to do an audit for some of the products, so I had to be there while that whatever spilled was being cleaned up. And I started going into a coughing fit because I couldn't freaking breathe. And I'm like, how the hell is this guy cleaning this up without a mask or anything? My eyes are tearing up, my nose is running, I'm coughing my head off, and this guy's just like, I can clean it, it's fine.
I don't know. My constitution used to be a lot stronger, but there are certain smells and certain things that I used to have no problem with that now I have to run away from because they make me start gagging and stuff. My sense of smell just, I don't know what the hell happened, but it's like things I used to be used to, now I can't even handle. I don't know if it's because I just stopped smelling them on a regular basis. I mean, it's a possibility. I mean, you know what it's like, Mike, being a smoker and everything. If you're, out of a place that's not got any smokers, you go to a place that has smokers, you notice a little bit of difference. And especially if you quit for a little bit of time, you notice the smells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I've always had a very good sense of smell, despite the fact that I'm a smoker, and I blame it on the fact, I have bad eyesight, so I had to compensate for something.
That might be like me. Well, that might be like me because I have astigmatism and I can't pass a depth perception test to save my life.
But yeah, certain smells just they just come off so strong. I mean, at one of my kids' plays, some girl walked in. She sat like 50 feet away from me, and I was still gagging on how much perfume she was wearing, and no one around me could smell it. No one around me could smell it. But I'm like, I can't stand the smell. I was literally
It was
covering my nose.
overpowering, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it took you out of it, didn't it? Because you couldn't get the smell out of your mind.
It was.
Yeah. No, I get it. Trust me, that I get very well. Ugh.
That's why I couldn't. That's why I don't think I can go to Florida. I mean, I'd be smelling LDG from anywhere in the state.
Dude, I had to put up with them 2 feet away from me. Okay.
Obviously, you didn't complain that much about the smell.
I had to deal with a guy in my unit, and he was a contractor, not military. And we were never given guidelines on how to manage civilians. It was a very fucked up environment. And I finally went to his boss, or his whatever boss, and I said, "Hey, I got a problem." What? I was like, "Your employee stinks." It's like I could smell him. Everybody can smell him when they are within 5 feet of him. He stinks. He needs to wear deodorant. Well, what do you want us to do? Tell him to wear deodorant. Why don't you? I'm not his boss. Aren't you his boss? No, unfortunately, it seems I'm not, because leadership told me I needed to talk to your fucking ass.
Yeah, NB, I feel you. One of my kid's friends, this kid, I don't know what's wrong with him. He just like never wore deodorant, never, and he was literally leaving sweat stains on the back of my seats.
No, this guy left sweat stains under his armpits. I could see them in my office.
Yeah. When he got out of the seat in my van, there was a sweat stain on the back through his clothes.
Oh, God.
And I made it as a joke, but, I busted out my little, Axe body spray stuff. It's not really Axe, but you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And I sprayed him with it, making a joke about how bad he smelled. But the truth of it was, I really needed to cover up the smell of him.
No, I got one better for you. And I wasn't even involved in this. My wife was involved in this. There was this certain woman of this certain woman, and she stunk constantly. Now, she was of a certain sex and ethnicity that where there was concerns about saying anything. Well, one day we had a big problem when a general came in and literally just out of the blue said, "Do you guys got a dead cat or mouse in here? Because it stinks like that."
Okay, this is funny. I didn't realize I did this in front of Mrs. Vile, and she commented, "When I saw you sprayed him, I thought you were being rude. Then I understood."
Oh, she was there for that?
I forgot she was there for that. So she knows who I'm talking about, and yeah.
No, the worst part was that girl who got taken out. She lost her clearance for how bad she smelled.
NB, when I was a teenager, I lived in my dad and stepmom's guest house, so I didn't live with them. I lived, separately.
Okay.
So I had a lot of freedom. And at one point, a friend of mine's sister was kicked out of their house. And I was like 16 at the time. She was like 19, 20, something along those lines. And she was like, "I just need a place to crash for a few days. Is it okay if I crash with you?" And I was like, "Sure." I mean, I was not interested in this woman as anything, sexual or anything like that. So don't get that out of your mind. I had to kick her out because she smelled. And I finally understood why her nickname was Fish. Because he did not take care of that particular area. And apparently that's why she was kicked out. And I'm like, how is this person, in their 20s, 1920-ish, and not taking care of that.
I don't know. There were some weird things I've noticed about some people in my time in my life where they just really didn't give a fuck about hygiene. Don't know why.
Well, even my one of my daughters, I'm not going to say which one, tends to forget to put on deodorant. And I'll be like, here, put this on. And I'll just hand it to her because I always keep deodorant in the car. Oh, and Mrs. Vile's telling me is putting a story from, because remember, she's a high school teacher. This boy is extraordinary. I work with teenagers. I have them after boy. This boy is something else. Oh, you're talking about their friend. Yeah. I'm not going to say their name, but yeah. Yeah, Dandelion, it's not an excess of odor. I will tell it because this person got a job and started taking regular showers and started putting deodorant on for their job, and they're fine now. This was somebody
Yeah,
who
you
just
see, Dandelion, the people. Yeah, Dandelion Fluff. I think we're really talking about people that just did not have proper hygiene. I mean, I know some people, unfortunately, have those kind of issues, but this was not those kind of situations. These were just people who did not, for whatever reason, take their hygiene that seriously.
Dandelion, for instance, I sweat a lot. I'm a big fat guy. I sweat a lot. The fact, you know why I started wearing a bandana? Was because I sweat so much and I needed something to absorb the sweat. And I had a bunch left over from my motorcycle days because I'd wear a bandana underneath my motorcycle helmet to prevent chafing. So I sweat. That's why I keep an extra stick of deodorant and body spray in my car, because I'm always concerned about how bad I smell when I'm working.
Why is it we seem to sweat the most when the moment we realize we've got to put deodorant on?
I don't know. I don't sweat more when I don't have deodorant. I just sweat a lot.
Well, the strangest thing I found is in the last about 5-6 years, my sweats are mostly at night. I have a lot of night sweats, which are not fun because then all the water that I've been drinking through the day is not getting burned out of my fucking body.
Sorry, I wanted to bring something up just because of the way you said that.
What, body or sweat?
The strangest thing that I've seen recently. Damn it! I didn't realize the image was going to be so small.
I don't see anything yet. It's still loading.
Stranger Things.
Haha, funny. I was trying to make a joke. I didn't realize the image I chose to bring up was so small. Sorry. But it's not the size that matters. It's how you use it.
Well, actually, I had until I was able to get some fans finally put in my house. I actually bought literally an AC for my bed.
And I kind of did it as a test to see if I even could, but you know those homemade AC units that people can make out of a fan, a cooler, and ice?
Yeah, the ice bucket. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I made one of those for my storage unit.
They work.
Because it gets so hot in there. It does work, but again, it gets so hot in that freaking storage unit that the ice melts so quickly.
Well, one of the things we found out, remember when I told you guys back in early August, after the whole vacation thing, and then the power went out during the heat wave we had, and I had that heat stroke. I actually pulled out that it's called a bed jet, and basically it's supposed to be an AC. Unfortunately, when your house, it only will cool the air down further than the temperature it is. So when your house is 86 degrees and all it's saying is the best I can do is 82, and found out there's a slight flaw in the damn thing.
Oh,
But any other time, it worked out great before I got the fans in. But even with the fans in, I couldn't handle the heat. But I think it's mostly the medications I'm on and just the fact I've gotten older and I'm not as healthy as Elihu.
Well, one of the funny things about the storage unit is, because heat rises and this is a second floor unit.
Yeah.
The top area where I don't keep a lot of stuff for the store because it gets too hot, gets the hottest. And at one point I had a thermometer, but this was a thermometer that was in the shape of a clock. So it had a fake big hand that was always on the 12, and the little hand would go around to show you what temperature it was, or was it the little big hand that did it? Whatever. So like at 10 o'clock, if it said 10 o'clock, that meant it was 100 degrees. If it was 1 o'clock, it meant it was only 10 degrees. This thing ended up breaking because it kept trying to go past 120 degrees, and it literally couldn't do it.
What are you in? Like a K-span metal aluminum area?
No, this is all wood. How the hell it gets that hot, I have no idea.
Insulation.
But I had it up at the top.
Insulation.
I had it at the top area.
What do you have for insulation?
None.
Well, that's why. You have no insulation in there? No wonder it's fucking hot as hell.
I can't afford one of the temperature controlled ones. I'm already paying $200 a month for a 10 by 10.
Well, nobody was expecting you to be sitting in it.
True, but I sit there and I work. That's why I try to go in the mornings or at night or in the afternoons when it's cooled off. At least during the winter.
Wait a minute. So am I understanding this correctly? You're basically working yourself in your own sweat box.
Yeah. Just to make some extra money on eBay.
You know what? At least you said it and it wasn't me. Are you out of your mind?
Yes, he is.
Mrs. Vile, am I out of my mind? You can be honest if you're still listening.
Look, the closest thing I've been to even a level of what you did was when I lived in California and I was renting a house and my ex-wife and I were sleeping in separate areas and we didn't have central air. So I had to put in wall units and California is very expensive on their electric bill. So I spent a lot of time in a separate room that used to be a garage, and I would have the AC off. And I would suffer that. And then I'd wake up 6-8 hours later sweating in a pool of myself. I was amazed sometimes I didn't drown in my own fucking sweat. And that's not healthy on your organs, bud. That's going to have some long-term effects if you keep that shit up.
Well, I only go like once a week. But it's only in the summer.
But the amount of expense. Yeah, but how much time are you spending in there?
If I can manage it, as long as possible. But sometimes I leave because I literally can't see because I'm sweating so much it's getting into my eyes. And she says, yes, but I still love you.
Where's your water supply?
In a bottle
do you
next
have
to me.
Fans in there?
I do actually have a fan. I have a little USB powered fan that I plug into my power bank to blow air on.
Crap.
Hey guys, the capsule is already hitched a ride on a helicopter and is on its way to Utah Test and Training Range.
Where'd it land?
Utah.
Now you're leaving the door open, right?
I'm back, guys.
What, at my storage unit? Absolutely. Are you kidding me?
You're in your storage unit right now. I'm not 100% sure.
No. I'm in Mexico right now, dude. I had my camera on. You didn't see me?
In Mexico.
I'm in Mexico.
I know, but what you're talking about is you're going. I'm sorry, poor choice of words. You go to that storage unit. You're telling me you do that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're just drinking a placebo, right, Mike?
Okay, what was that, man? What? That wasn't Dayquil, was it?
This is not a placebo when it comes to coughing. Trust me.
You heard about the latest story about
Dayquil?
You heard about the latest stories, right? About the cough syrups are being placeboed and not real active ingredients are being used.
Yes, but not
If
these ones.
If I'm being honest, the only time I've ever had a coughing issue was when I was on one of my blood pressure meds. And it took a month after I was off of it. And I asked my wife, I was like, I'm not coughing like I used to. She goes, no, thank God. Because apparently the medication I was on called Lisinopril, one of the side effects was a chronic cough. And I'm going to tell you right now, after many years, that chronic cough sucked balls.
You know what's funny is because of my medical history, all I have to do to get the cough syrup that has codeine in it is go to see one of my doctors, tell them I need it, as long as I can afford it because it's not covered by my insurance. And they will prescribe it to me after reading my medical history, because that's one of the only ones that'll work with me when I need it, when I actually have a sore throat to help with the pain. It's
Why don't you go to Mexico?
Well, I'm in Mexico, but I'm saying because of my medical history, and the little problems I have, they're like, "Oh yeah, we'll go ahead and give it to you." I mean, it's almost getting kind of funny because if I go in there and I'm in any sort of pain, they'll prescribe me something that I'm like, "Don't give it to me. I'm not going to take it." But they'll give me like anything I want for painkillers, and it's kind of funny because I still tell them I won't take it.
I actually need to talk to my my doctor. I need to get back on my anxiety med because certain things are happening here that are causing me some minor fluctuations. And like I said, my constitution ain't what it used to be, unfortunately.
Your concentration or your constitution?
That's what I heard. Constitution.
My constitution weakened some years ago. Something that really has bugged the shit out of me far more than getting fat.
If your constitution is weakened, just add an amendment, dude.
Okay.
Wow.
That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to amend it with anxiety meds. Elihu, come on, catch up.
No, mustard.
Yeah, but thankfully, when I asked my doctor about it, I don't need 2/3 of the House, 2/3 of the Senate, and 3/4 of states. Thank God for that one.
I'm so glad we all got the
sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I know politics.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just glad we all got the joke. We all said the joke, and we all played off each other. That was perfect. Well, without giving me any spoilers,
you got any weed you can send me? I need some of that California great shit.
To legally answer that question, no.
Well, I thought the USPS was now allowing ship or sales of marijuana through the Postal Service.
I have no special license to do that, so I can't do that.
Oh, yeah, you probably would need a special license, and that makes sense. Okay, never mind.
That's why I said to answer that question legally, no.
Yeah, it's always amazing.
Well, actually,
I literally just sent a Game Boy Micro to rock solid, right? I had to literally put hazard stickers on there because of the lithium ion battery.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like
absolutely you would.
But it's like if I didn't tell them that was in there, they wouldn't know until it got scanned or something, if it even got scanned. We're talking about an envelope
Yeah,
the
that's
size,
what
it's less than, or it's about the size of a cigarette box. So, I mean, it's tiny. They may not even scan it.
Mike, have you ever seen a lithium ion battery explode?
NB?
Yeah.
Let's just say yes.
He lives in Southern California. Teslas abound, okay?
I'm just saying.
NB,
I saw
when I went camping once with some Marine friends of mine up at not Camp Pendleton. It was oh fuck, where did we go? Palomar
Were
Mountain.
you in California?
We were in California.
Where?
Palomar Mountain. Palomar Mountain. That's where it was. Instead of starting our campfire with the plethora of matches and lighters we had, because most of us smoked, we took an old cell phone battery, covered it in tinder, covered it with wood, and then used a one of the things we were going to use to cook s'mores, and stabbed the battery multiple times until it exploded.
Hope you stood back and nobody got sprayed.
Nope.
Well, yeah,
we did a Liu, but the person poking it still got sprayed.
Ow!
hey, Mike, I got to tell you something. It was guys like me that allowed you to have that ability to have that fun, because the batteries we had, the lithium, the lithium batteries we had were freaking like 2-3 pounds, and oh my god, if you'd ever seen one of them explode in water, whew, that was fun.
You did not put batteries in water, dude.
No, you don't put lithium sulfur dioxide in water. But we did it anyway.
For one of my science classes, one of my teachers procured a very small amount of Frenchium, or francium, however you want to pronounce it.
I have no idea what that is.
Okay, you've seen lithium or sodium, the element by itself put into water, right? And watched it catch fire and explode?
Yes.
Yeah, Frenchium or francium, however you want to pronounce it, is further up on that same line. The amount he got was like less than half the size of a marble. And we put it into a bathtub filled with water out in a field. The bathtub exploded. See if I can find. I'm gonna see if I can find a video of it. Okay, that's just a joke. There we go. Let's see if I can just get the link without having to I'm not gonna play the video.
Oh, why not?
So here is a video. Dude, stop playing. I don't want you to play. Sorry, here's the link.
Did you wash the keyboard?
But yeah, to explain what happened is he dropped it in there. We didn't even like he didn't walk up to the bathtub and drop it in there. We kind of designed this wooden structure with a magnet attached to it to drop it in there, and it was coated in. God, I should remember because we had to make the stuff. It was coated in a type of oil that when it hit the water, the oil would still float to the surface, but the metal would hopefully sink far enough down to come into contact with the water. And it's popping all over the place. It's it's skimming on top of the water because it's so energetic it can't even have time to sink because it's exploding so much and creating so much oxidizing so quickly. But I guess enough hydrogen was formed and sitting on top of the water that it all caught on at once, and the force of it just blew the freaking tub apart at the middle. It was amazing.
Why does that sound like Greek fire?
I don't know. It shouldn't. Greek fire was something different.
Yeah.
Greek fire was more like napalm.
Oh, the new trailer for Doctor Who came out.
I still haven't seen Flux yet. I'm gonna watch Flux before I watch anything else.
Okay.
I don't think I watched past 2 or 3 episodes of Whittaker's Doctor Who. I just got busy with other stuff. My son actually, the little bit I did see, I thought it was decent. And if I'm going to be honest, and I know we're all Americans here, I don't really see the fucking problem with the Time Lord gender swapping. And I say that because I go all the way back to when I saw Baker and I can't remember her name now. The Time Lord that was with Tom Baker. And she was doing a regeneration. And she came in multiple different forms.
Hello.
Howdy.
Hello.
How's
Well,
everyone?
when I finally got around to watching Jodie Whittaker's run, I get why some people hated it based on, some of the writing was cringeworthy, but I think the actress I think she did the best job she could with what the material she was given. I don't blame her for anything.
I have a quick question. Dandelion, did you go on your hike today?
I hiked yesterday.
Okay.
So I'll just go for like a not so long walk today. Like I did 11 kilometers yesterday on my hike, which is what, like 8 miles or something?
8.5 miles, yeah.
Yeah, but I'll only do probably I don't know, 4 miles today or something.
Morning, Dandelion.
Oh, I missed
more power to you.
I
I can walk 8 miles right now.
No, I would give anything just to be able to do the 4 miles. Oh my God. And I've seen, some of the pictures you have, Dandelion. Oh man, I'd love to see what you hike on. Man.
Well, I'm trying to get back to the point where I'm actually hitting some summits because I've had some health issues, like biomechanical health issues, like strained tendons and shit like that, which kind of makes it difficult to hike. But I want to hit some mountaintops next year. So I've been trying to lose a little weight, trying to do some more weightlifting, that kind of shit. Pick up heavy things, put them back down again, pick them up again, put them back down again.
My son
getting into better shape so I can actually send some actual good photos out into the universe. Do you follow me on Instagram or something?
Hey! Round is a shape.
Yes, it is, but it isn't an excellent shape for climbing mountains when you're, my age and prone to tendon issues.
To answer your question, Dandelion, I don't have Instagram. I try to. I'm kind of limited on the social media. I'm on TikTok and I'm on here and Twitter and
basically
Facebook.
Basically, I only use Instagram, but I just wondered where you saw some of my photos. That's all.
Oh, I didn't see any of your photos. I was going based on the descriptions you were saying.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was going to say, because I'll often post stuff on my Instagram if you wanted to see the photos and things of where I hike. So
yeah, follow her, dude. Go to Instagram, add her as a friend.
I'm Dandelion.
I've tried. I can't. I don't want to sign up for Instagram. Even
no, I respect that. Like I basically only have Twitter for people here to send me DMs for like links to shows they might pop onto. That's the only thing I use Twitter for, or whatever it is now, X.
Yeah. My primary use of Twitter in the last 2 weeks has been to post these frickin' CNA streams.
Yeah, I don't, I don't send out expletives or anything like that into the world, whatever they call the.
So I don't know. So I didn't get into Twitter until I retired from the Air Force, because I was on Facebook, which I still am, which is mostly family and.
Isn't Facebook connected to Instagram now? Like they're all related.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I have to
do it.
Yeah, I know. I'm not on Facebook, so.
Oh, I'd have to ask my wife. I'd have to ask my wife that, because she's on both, as far as I know.
Because,
but
I want to explain real quick.
Okay.
I tried to sign up for Instagram on the computer. Apparently, you have to download the phone app and connect it to your Facebook account. I don't want to download another fucking app to my phone.
I don't have Facebook and I have Instagram. How is that possible?
I don't have Facebook and I have Instagram. You don't have to have both.
Yeah.
I don't know. All I know is, like I said, when I was on Facebook, I was around when MySpace came out. I know Elihu was.
MySpace, LiveJournal. Yeah, I remember those days.
Yeah, exactly. We went
There's
through all
a cool starfish that I took like last week.
Ooh, cool.
Blow that up, Mike. Blow that up. Come on.
Now that I like.
In big in the photo. I don't think he's there.
I like the seaweed.
Mikey. There you go.
I'm trying to.
I think it's dead, but it still looks cool.
That's so pretty.
Yeah, I took that at the beach. Let's see, what else did I take? I took.
Was that a pink
bird? Like a heron sitting on some rocks. The ocean was super quiet. Like it wasn't like full of crashy waves, which is always kind of saddening because I prefer the crashy waves. But I didn't take a lot of photos this time. It was just sort of. I was just mostly just there to kind of relax and enjoy it. Nope, that one's getting a weird reflection happening. That's no good. Too much weird reflection shit going on there. There, you can kind of see it.
Double trees.
Hey, no, that's a beautiful. Hey, you know what? Those are beautiful trees.
They are lovely trees.
Well, one of the things my wife and I love about the place we have here in Indiana versus what we had in South Carolina, our house had no trees. There was no trees around. We have about 13, 14 now. And I mean, my God, the difference they make in so many ways.
Nice. Trees are awesome.
Oh, yeah. Trees are beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah,
well, that's why it kills me. Well, it kills me because I got to get...
I found a green duck at the beach another time.
Did you eat it?
Hell no. It's got a crusty tip. I don't eat things with crusty tips.
Well, you can cut that part off.
Lorraine Bobbitt did.
Yeah,
So let me get this straight. You'll never eat Grandpa Geek because he's got a crusty tip.
Could be, and he's married, so that's like
the tip matters.
Hey,
I
whoa,
was- sorry,
whoa, whoa,
Dandelion,
whoa, whoa,
I was
whoa.
thinking
No,
more of a
no,
zombie
no,
apocalypse.
No.
I was thinking more of a
No.
zombie apocalypse,
No,
not anything
funny,
sexual, I
not
swear.
funny, not funny, not funny, not funny at all.
Again,
Not
I wasn't thinking
funny.
sexual.
I'll be
No,
right
no,
back,
I'm
guys.
trying to tell you right now, I was thinking zombie apocalypse.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Don't.
I apologize.
Never again.
I was
Never again.
again,
No.
I'm apologizing. I was thinking more of zombie apocalypse, not anything sexual, I swear.
I don't care. Never again with me and me being with somebody other than my wife. Never.
Yeah,
So,
I'm like
yeah,
a not married
apologize.
people person, so
I apologize. I wasn't trying to be sexual, I swear.
you were a little bit.
Admit it.
That's why I'm trying. I was literally thinking zombie apocalypse. I'm sorry.
You're right. Oh shit. Oh, I gotta mute when I cough. Sorry.
Not
Well, that
again.
was delightful.
Just not again. Please.
Not a problem. As
We'll
I
move
said,
on from that.
married people are completely off the table in my books. So
I don't like being implied that I would cheat on my wife.
I wasn't
joking.
implying that at all. I swear. But I
took
that's
it
why I'm
that way.
apologizing. I'm
I
apologizing.
know you're apologizing, and I'm trying to tell you, Mike. I accept. Let's move on.
Hello, world. It's Birdo45. Cuppa.
hey, bird.
Bird. How you doing this morning?
So.
Oh, okay, so it's normal day. Gotcha.
Basically,
Gotcha.
I see my person is still imitating me on Instagram.
There's been a lot of that lately. Another person I follow had her account hacked, and it was like promoting what was it promoting now? Something stupid. Bitcoin mining or something.
Yeah.
So I figured that her account had been hacked. So.
Do you know who Simon Whistler is on YouTube?
Nope.
Nope.
He's got a whole bunch of channels, different varieties. Like he does a criminalist channel. He's got a biography channel, a geography channel, all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And like a couple of his channels got hacked, and they were just doing this live stream of selling Bitcoin and cryptocurrency type shit.
Yeah.
And it was nuts about him trying to get it back from wrestle control back to, because they were doing the live stream. It was hard to get YouTube to stop the live stream. It was really weird.
Bizarre.
Like I said, I'm not on Instagram, so I don't know any of this stuff. I'm out of the loop on that one.
I know there's no channel too big that it can't be hacked.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah, Don
I'm going to
Jr.'s
be completely honest with you. Guys, I don't have a clue what the digital currency thing is. I don't understand Bitcoin. I don't understand any of it.
Well, sorry, I should have muted myself. I do understand it, and I still find it bullshit. Because it has no inherent value other than the electricity spent to create it, if that makes sense.
It's like NFTs. The more popular it is, the more expensive it is.
I'm not a fan of government, but government should outlaw Bitcoin.
Oh, I don't think they should. The government should ban it. But as far as I'm
why
concerned,
not? It would solve 20% of our power electricity issues.
Yeah, the government should.
So much power is going to cryptocurrency.
Definitely a waste of energy for sure.
I would agree, but people are allowed to spend their own money.
Not a private entity.
Well, you say that, but you are probably for, forcing auto companies to have certain minimums. And
Well,
whatnot.
and also the excess use of electricity is actually driving up your electricity costs. So
True.
Yeah.
you are actually paying for Bitcoin to exist. Right? Like it's not like a zero.
Everybody's paying
When
for
you put it that
Bitcoin
way,
to
I
exist.
would kind of argue you're right, but I still think it's stupid, and I don't think it should be banned.
Why?
As I said, because I think people can spend their money on what they want.
But
she's
you
right
don't
about the
think
whole
people should
aspect
be
of it
able.
actually increasing my costs as well. So maybe it should be, maybe the creation of these things should be regulated.
Yeah, some regulation is probably required, but I'm just not entirely sure that it's worth the amount of energy that it takes to create. Like when it first started, it required very little energy, but the longer it goes on, the more energy it requires to like mine a Bitcoin. So it's not like a zero sum, free money kind of thing. There's a lot more to it than that. I mean, it contributes to climate change.
All right. For the ignorant conservative here, what is a Bitcoin? What is it? I've tried to really. Much as I've reviewed.
Okay,
I
let's
have.
put it this way.
Yeah, I get it's a
You know what
form
pi
of
is, right?
currency, but that's
It's a really big prime number.
Yeah. Okay, but you understand what pi is, right, MB? How it's a number that never repeats and never ends.
314, and then everything that comes after.
Okay. Yeah. Now think of it as if pi actually does have a end point at some point, but you are randomly assigning certain sequences of numbers to equal $1. And the first person to find those sequences gets that dollar. But because the number is so big, you need more and more powerful computers and more powerful computer processing time and more electricity spent to do that kind of stuff in order to find those patterns of numbers that are worth money.
That's why people buy separate laptops and just have one dedicated to mining.
Well, that's the thing is nowadays, even for a single the current rate of Bitcoin, you need like a supercomputer.
Yeah.
Going for days to get the next Bitcoin.
Yeah, in the past, about 5-6 years ago, it used to be a laptop. You can get a penny or so every other day.
Yeah. Now
and NB, just so you don't feel dumb, I kind of understand it, and I still don't understand it. Like I don't understand how it has value. I kind of understand how it's created and stuff, but I still don't get why it has. I guess it has value because people say it has value.
That's like about it, Dandelion. It only has value because people are willing to spend money on it. That's it. And the only reason that, as long as they're willing to spend a fiat currency on it is why it has value.
Yeah.
If you were to spend one digital currency to buy another digital currency, you haven't earned any money other than its exchange rate with a fiat currency.
Yeah.
Is that okay? I'm trying to find a comparison here. Is that kind of like what kids do in video games now?
Kind of.
Is Bitcoin kind of the best way I can figure it an in-app purchase?
You can kind of think of it that way. I mean,
not really.
No, you don't use it.
Okay. Like, do you NB? Do you play Star Trek Online?
No.
Darn. Do you what games do you play that I might be able to? Do you play any?
I don't play.
No,
I don't play MMORPGs. I'm a pen and paper guy. I made that very clear long ago. I don't like the MMORPGs. So no, I have no clue in that society.
Okay.
That's why I don't judge it. I don't know it.
Because it's Star Trek, I'll see if I can explain it to you. One of the currencies in Star Trek Online is something called dilithium. Okay. And you can spend dilithium on new ships. Or you can use that dilithium, trade it on a stock market type thing for actual currency, like US dollars. Does that make? And you could either
Okay,
spend that-
the closest. Okay, if I sound ignorant on what I'm about to say, please understand. I'm trying to find the closest comparison to what you just said. The way that sounds to me is when somebody had a character at a certain level and then wanted to sell the character on the open market from that game, and somebody bought it and took over the account. That's what I remember as far as comparisons to what you're saying.
I think
And
I
if
have
I'm
a better
wrong,
analogy,
let me
dude.
know.
I think I have a better analogy. Okay,
What-
imagine playing D&D. You're in between missions. You're at a trading post. You find a potion of a vial of magic, something, but none of your party can use it. You're hoping that you buy it, hoping somebody else can use it to help you in your adventure. That potion is your cryptocurrency. You're hoping it's valuable somewhere in the future because you just got it. You're hoping to use it.
I don't know that trying to bring it to a game is the best way. I mean, MB, you being a tech person, do you know what PGP is
Yes.
for email?
Yes.
Okay, well, it's basically a PGP key that you have to find. And so it at first they're small keys, so it was easy to do. But each, after everyone is found, it gets harder and harder to find the next. So we're at a point where it takes hours and hours of hardcore computing power, maybe days, to find the next Bitcoin. So it costs, hundreds of dollars in electricity to find a Bitcoin now, where it used to cost just a few cents. And it's just a bigger and bigger number, and it's always going to get bigger until they're all found.
All right. That was a perfect explanation. Thank you.
Yeah, I understand. Like I said, I understand like how they're created. I don't understand why they have value. That's my thing. Like again, it's just because people say they have value. So
exactly, that's my
Which is-
thing. What
but
makes them
it's the
have
same way, like,
value?
anything
And
has
I
value.
think, Bert, I'm sorry, Val, but what I was saying was, I think Bird really explained that because
yeah, that was a great
it's-
explanation.
yeah, but it hits home to what I've said to my kids. What I find value in something, they might find different value in.
Mhm.
Basically, yeah. Like I can tell you right now, my kids have certainly, we're willing to spend money on freaking YouTuber merchandise that I'm like, I can't stand, I can't imagine wanting to spend $40-$50 on a jacket that has some YouTuber's name on it that I've never heard of, but if they have, are like, I want it, I want to have it, so they've applied that value to it. Whereas to like us, I don't give a crap about it.
Well,
Yeah.
if I had to, for an example, I would say Dandelion. I think I know what one of your biggest values is.
I would say I know
And
what
that
two of our
is-
biggest values are.
No, one of her biggest.
Sorry.
I
Go
don't
ahead.
know what was said. I was actually going for a compliment. But what I was going to say is one of the biggest values I've noticed of Dandelion is her wanting to go on those hikes. That is a big value to her. She drops out. She's like, I'm going on a hike. She makes a big deal about it. That is a big value to her.
Yep, absolutely.
But, Dandelion, could you possibly put a price on that?
No, probably not.
Exactly. There are some things you just can't do that on.
Yeah, but at least it's a tangible thing.
Yeah, that's the thing is the tangible. Like even today, I can't understand why my kids are willing to download a game instead of owning the hard copy.
Well, you have to think about the concept of tangible and intangible, and which one we individually find priority in. That's where I was going with what Dandelion.
Well, what I mean is, okay.
I don't understand. Why would I buy a hard copy of a game? I don't even have a DVD player or CD-ROM in my computer anymore. What the hell's the point of a hard copy?
How
What would I
much
do with
memory
it?
do you have available? Do you have to delete something? Do you have to get an extended hard drive?
I'm just saying,
Also,
today there's no
if you
purpose of buying
download
a
a
hard
copy,
copy
you
of a
don't
game.
have a hard copy taking up physical space in like a small apartment. Like I don't have a very big apartment. I'm more likely to download music than to
but
buy
remember,
a CD.
my whole eBay store is reselling this stuff. So it's when people don't want it anymore, they sell it to me, and then I resell it to give to somebody
For
else who wants it.
fractions on a dollar.
Well, don't forget the PS4
Not
when it
always.
first came out had an
Bird.
option CD-ROM and no CD-ROM, and so does the PS5.
Bird, I literally just sold a single DVD for $100.
Okay, but is that the rule or is that the exception?
It's one of the exceptions, but
Right. The majority of your stuff, like the book, is marked down 3 different times because, to be honest, people are phasing out physical media.
and I think that's a bad thing. I like having the physical.
Well, I think it's a bad thing too because I'm a conservative and I hate change. But you're a liberal and you don't. But you're still.
Wait a
You
minute!
seem
I
to
did
be
not
on
just
the
hear that.
opposite side on this.
I did not just hear that from you.
That's what conservatism is.
Yep.
I know that's what conservatism is. I know what conservatism is. I just never thought I'd hear you say it.
You
Bird,
didn't know
you just
conservative
made me
Republican.
Bird is a pretty conservative.
Bird
Well,
is a
I
conservative
knew he
Republican.
was
Come on.
conservative, but I've never heard. Okay,
I hate
believe
change.
it was
Okay, that's the reality of the situation. I hate change, and I can live with that. I'm okay with it.
I love change. I think it's great.
No, I disagree. I think change. I'm kind of in between the two.
Change for the sake of change
like-
is like it boggles my mind.
No change. I believe change. Okay,
I
let's
like
go.
things
Why
work.
did
I'm
we
happy.
go from?
Keep it. I'll eat the same
Okay,
thing for breakfast 6 months in a row.
Hey, think about this. When we went from the horse and buggy to the car, think of why the car became the dominant thing and all the industries that developed because of it.
But there was so many that fell to the wayside when we got rid of horses.
I would have been the guy being the car is a fad. It's never going to go anywhere. Give me my good old horse.
Yeah.
I'll take it over all the problems the cars are going to cause. And you know what? I would have been right in a way. Because
Bird would have been the guy saying, you're going to put all the horseshoers out of business.
Exactly. And all then there'd be drunk drivers and all the people.
Well, there were actually no drunk driving was a problem when we had horses too.
Yeah, but it wasn't exactly. It wasn't as big a deal.
Well, yeah, people couldn't get hurt quite as badly, but people did get hurt.
Well, you have to.
Generally, they hurt themselves.
It was even worse
they
when the
hurt other
started
people.
drinking.
Hey, Dandelion, I have a question for you. The
Sure.
automobile and the exploration of Canada.
Okay.
I have zero clue how any of that worked and the advancements of technology for Canada.
We do have cars.
Well, I know you have. Oh my God! I know.
God, it was all dog sleds.
I thought everyone just rode mooses.
Well, no, polar bears, but you know.
The Royal Canadian Mounted Police.
I thought the polar bears were in Greenland. Don't lie.
No, they are North
There's
America.
loads of polar bears in Canada. We have some really great populations of them up near was it Churchill?
But they still have problems with the bears in the winter with the
eating people? Yes, they do.
Damn.
You can't go out. You can't go out alone in some areas.
I love those bear cages they have outside buildings.
Whoa, wait.
To go through a double fence.
I just want to make sure I want to make sure I heard this right. It's suddenly not safe to go out in Canada.
No. That's only in
animal,
places where
right?
there's polar bears. Up on Hudson Bay, there's a couple of towns up there, and you do actually have to be careful if you go out, like that there could be polar bears around because they do come through like town. Just like you get like black bears going through garbage and what have you, there can be issues with polar bears as well in some of the like, but it's not like everywhere. There's a few very isolated places where that's an issue. It's like I personally don't worry about bears when I go outside. There's some coyotes in my neighborhood, but there's most of the bears are on the other side of the river towards the mountains.
Yeah, that's why you have some scientists who find the bears, then they'll go 50 miles away from the bears on the track and put barrels of food and garbage to lure them away from town, keep them away from town, and they keep them going further and further away from town.
And like when I go on my hikes, I carry bear spray.
Smart.
Is that really?
But you'd have to do that in the States if you were hiking out in the wilderness too.
Actually, most people in the States wouldn't believe bear spray is a real thing.
It is, and it works. I've seen it.
You've seen it or you used it?
I've seen it. About 50
I have some. It is a real thing. I have some. The funniest thing though that I ever heard was this family was, I think they were new to Canada or something, or at least they were new to camping anyway. So they went camping and they sprayed their whole tent with bear spray to keep the bears away.
No.
And then they couldn't sleep in their tent because of the bear spray.
Gosh.
All right, hold on.
That's so stupid.
You guys have heard the
Well,
story.
I mean,
there are multiple. Hold on, there are multiple occasions of Amazon employees being bear maced by robots in those warehouses.
Damn, really?
Why would the robot have bear mace?
Yeah.
Right?
What are you talking about?
Yes, I'm curious too.
Yeah. Why would they have a weapon?
I'll see if I can bring up one of the things.
Who taught a robot to use bear mace?
What's this, a prank video?
No, the robot accidentally punctured a can.
That's what I was wondering.
Okay.
Like, was somebody ordering some and it just accidentally escaped?
So that was really just a shipping problem.
Here, this is the article. But I'll no, don't do that. Do it this way. Come on.
Hey, I'm kind of sorry to say this, but I don't know who is religious here and who isn't at this point anymore. But I could
you're
really
the most
use
religious
whatever you
person on the
believe.
screen.
Well, no, I'm pretty religious, but I'm pagan, so
well,
it's a
maybe
different
I am.
religion.
You know what? Here's the thing. I don't honestly give a shit about the religion. Whatever you believe in, my daughter could use it for next week. Because I have to go watch my grandson.
Well, that ain't gonna work.
So she can go to court to get a restraining order against her mother. So whatever your beliefs are, I could just use some prayers from whatever.
So that your daughter can keep her daughter. Is that what you're saying?
My daughter. No, my ex-wife has no chance in hell at getting my grandson. She's never met him. She has nothing with him. What this is she spent a year trying to get a restraining order. But in America, you cannot, and I don't know if this is in Canada, you cannot serve someone if you don't know where they live. Well, she finally was able to find out where she lived. She finally got it served. It was not a good way to go about it, but I have to be there for my child. And I am crossing my fingers and hoping to God that this will be the final time that she has to go through this nightmare.
Sorry, I had issues with StreamYards when I was trying to post the thing. After you said, I don't know who's religious, I didn't hear a damn thing.
I will definitely keep you in my thoughts, and I will pray to various gods that you have a positive outcome to the situation.
I hope so, because I tell you what, when my daughter told me she went over there, and I said the first words out of my mouth was, "What the fuck were you thinking?" And I said, "Was Freddie there?" And Freddie is my grandson.
Mhm.
And my daughter said, "No." And I said, "Do you have any idea what you could have done?" She goes, "I know." I said, "Good." I said, "Don't ever do something so stupid like that again." I said, "I was glad it worked out. She got the address. But the risk to my daughter to get that was not what I would have wanted her to do." I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's personal. I should shut up. I apologize.
Yep, it's pretty personal. Yeah. Good morning,
Sorry,
by the way.
yeah,
I joined for lighthearted repartee, and as soon as I join, I'm treated to domestic situation. I'm sorry to hear about this problem you're having, MB Geek. But
yes, hopefully it will.
Well, the only thing I'm hoping that when I leave Friday, so I have to go Wednesday, and then Thursday my daughter gets her court appearance, and we're almost certain her mother has been served, because the way my daughter's been telling me, her mother's been doing the same shit she did to me, which is sending texts and having some app that has random numbers. And my daughter, I praise her for this. She's gotten smart. She called her friend. Her friend is printing all this stuff out for next Thursday. So, sorry, guys. Just cross your fingers for me that my daughter gets this justice she needs, because she's been desperately trying for so long. I'm sorry.
right.
Let's find some positive to talk about.
Fingers crossed, toes crossed, ears crossed. Hey, eyes
One
crossed.
thing I wanted to mention about bear spray is that it's not designed to drive a bear who's already attacking off. It's designed to make an area unpalatable to the bear so they'll go away.
But you probably still shouldn't spray your tent with it.
No,
right,
no.
exactly. Yeah. The ideal thing to do would have been to be inside your tent, unzip the tent, spray some outside, and then rezip.
There was
the tent
no bear. There was no bear.
Yeah, if there was no bear, then there's no point.
They were using it as a preventive measure. But
yeah,
you know,
that they didn't know what they were doing.
They did not
know the actual use of bear spray.
They were using it like bug spray.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah.
You wouldn't spray your tent with bug spray.
They were using it as
spray you with bug spray.
Well, no, Dandelion said it best.
You spray yourself with bug spray.
Dandelion said it best. They were trying to use it as they were using a reactive thing as proactive, and that doesn't work out.
No, not at all. Oh, sorry, my fridge.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. That's all.
Sorry, my fridge penguin keeps chatting every time I open the fridge door.
Fridge.
Bird, Cinnabon is asking if you have a tracking number for his PS5 yet.
Your tracking number is 0001.
This is my fridge penguin. See, he chatters when you open the fridge door.
Yeah, I heard the little pig one.
Yeah, Bird, that mail order bride that you ordered for me better be an actual female. I'm gonna do a chromosome test.
Yeah, they have. I've seen little pig ones down the way.
Aren't you ready to close the door?
He gets upset when you don't close the fridge door.
There we go. I was trying to bring you up a solo.
Some people need that stuff.
I like it. I live alone. Yeah. It's nice to have somebody to chat to. He's cute.
The refrigerator at my place has a little chime button or chime that it starts going off incessantly if the door is even a little bit cracked.
I like it particularly when he says, "You're looking good today." I'm like, "Thanks, Fridge Penguin." It was actually belonged to somebody else, but he retired from work and he said I could have it because he actually kind of hates it. We had it in the fridge at work for a long time, so I brought it home because I'm like, mine now.
It kind of reminds me of the penguin from Madagascar.
But anyway, when it wasn't mine, I looked to see if I could find one online, and those things are like $80 or more for resale on like eBay. It's crazy.
Damn.
Right? So that's like my retirement fund right there.
Lionel, better keep an eye out for one.
I'm going to now. Now that I don't know what they go for, I'm going to be looking for fridge penguins at every thrift store I do business.
Well, I think they've got other animals. They got like a little walrus and other little critters. So a little tiger. The little tiger's cute too. But yes,
to be honest, I think the walrus and the penguin make more sense to be in a fridge than a penguin or than a tiger.
Yes, absolutely. But my friend had a penguin, so
Siberian tigers.
I thought it was pronounced penguin.
Thank you, Benedict Cumberbatch. Yes, and if you haven't seen those clips, look up Graham Norton clips of Benedict Cumberbatch trying to pronounce penguin. He apparently did an entire documentary where he said the word 40 fucking times, and each time he said it differently.
Nice. That's funny.
I think you are, NB. I think you are the only person who's married on the panel right now.
Yeah.
I call her Mrs. Vile, but we're not actually married.
Yeah, I know that, but
I'm militantly single, so
you're the only sucker on the panel, man.
Well, hey, whatever works.
Sucker. I'm the only sucker.
You're the only married one.
You're the only one with the tax breaks.
You wish.
We actually get the same tax breaks here just living together, but yeah, I just prefer to live alone. I don't like living with people.
No, everybody has their life thing. Right. I didn't realize I was the only I'm the only I knew I was pretty much the only conservative. I just didn't realize it was the only married one.
Bert is conservative.
Yep.
Darren's conservative, I believe.
Yeah.
You are.
I'm like not at all.
I've got an uncle who got married a couple of years ago. Hey, hold on. I've been trying to get this out for 5 minutes now. Okay.
4 minutes.
So I got an uncle who got married, and he's a lot like Danny Don and Fluff. He doesn't really want to live with a woman. He really can't cohabitate. They drive him nuts. So basically, he met a woman who was the same way, and so basically they're married, but they have two separate addresses. They date each other on the weekends. They're it's a very interesting marriage to hear them talk about.
That's nice. Whatever works for people.
Why? Yeah. That doesn't sound unusual to me.
Well, NB, my dad and my stepmom were married until the day he died, but for the last 8 years of their marriage, they lived in separate states and separate houses. The only reason they stayed married was because they couldn't afford to get divorced.
Well, I can't speak for that. I can tell you my grandmother and my grandfather were what we call sleep divorced. And they did that pretty much my entire life. And guys, my wife and I have different rooms. This is my room. I have a different bedroom. My wife has a different bedroom. We actually talked about this. My wife and I joke. My wife used to joke about it and say, we're going to need to get sleep divorced. I said, yeah, I don't doubt it. And the reasons why we're totally fine. And you want to hear a crazy thing? It's actually been better for our marriage. Who knew?
Yeah, well, that makes sense. Like if somebody snores, I can't sleep if someone snores.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, well, that's the thing.
I know that I snore, but I also am not able to sleep near anybody who snores as well. So I was reminded of this when I went on a trip with my brother and we got a double room at the hotel. and it's like he was sawing logs all night.
Well, I don't snore when I sleep. I just do an injured wildebeest impression while I'm dreaming.
Well, here's the thing. My wife would tell me. My wife told me so many times that she had trouble sleeping because I snored. And I said, no way. There's no way I snore like my dad. And I had heard my father snore. And this is where the whole sleep divorce thing got very serious because I said, take a video of me. She took a video of me. I was actually like, okay, now I get it. Because that's what I wanted. I want to be like, okay, either you bullshit me or this is something serious. And then I realized it was something serious because it was bad.
Yeah.
Well, I know my snoring can be bad because I've woken myself up.
Sleep. What's that?
I know my snoring can be bad because I've woken myself up.
I didn't ever hear myself. Do you know what scared me? Was I heard pauses in my snoring.
Yeah, you probably need one of those CPAP machines.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I gotta get scheduled for all that shit. But
I just stopped sleeping on my back. That cured me of snoring.
You sleep on your back?
I used to. But when I stopped, that's when I stopped snoring.
Really?
Well,
no,
I snore no matter what side I'm sleeping on.
Yeah, some people snore no matter what. My ex snored no matter what.
I only snore if I sleep on my back.
I'll snore if I've got like a cold or something like that, but I always wake myself up if I do. So
one of the things, like I would snore. My wife, being female, there was a couple of two issues. She had a lot of toss and turning times, and I don't know. I don't want to say it was hot flashes, but there were times where she just radiated a lot of body heat.
Radiated, okay.
And I'm just not. I don't like heat. I don't.
Yeah, me neither.
But I don't know what it was called, and
I seem to radiate a lot of heat, and Mrs. Vile calls me her personal heater in the winter.
A lot of goblets tend to create.
You know what's interesting with
that's nice, dude.
I didn't hear what you said.
You know, it's so funny. My wife has space heaters and everything in her place.
One at a time.
A lot. NB Geek is on read only right now. He's not absorbing any information. He's just projecting it.
He's only had one beer. What do you expect?
Well, it's Sunday. It should be that low alcohol beer.
This is the CNA stream. Alcohol, caffeine, nicotine.
Yeah, I think you're supposed to be drinking for this one. Although I'm still on tea. Actually, I'm not drinking right now. So
I got caffeine and nicotine. I got alcohol, but I'm not drinking it.
Yeah, I've got the caffeine part. I mean, I have alcohol, but yeah, I'm not drinking.
I only have the caffeine and nicotine part right now, unless you include all the cold medicine I'm on.
Hey, I even showed you my can of whiskey flavored Blood Mary.
I'm sorry, as a
hilarious
fan,
that y'all love it with alcohol.
Wait, what, Mike?
Okay, I'm a fan of whiskey. That sounds disgusting to me.
Let me read the ingredients: filtered water, whiskey, tomato paste, maple syrup.
Yeah, no, already fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
You don't.
It sounds almost as bad as those Caesars that everyone likes up here in Canada. Ugh. It's like,
you know why Blood Marys are traditionally made with vodka and not whiskey? Because fuck vodka. You can put anything in it, and all it does is improve it.
It tastes
whiskey
like a
is
spicy.
good enough by itself.
It tastes like a spicy peppered V8. I don't barely taste the whiskey.
Ugh. I don't know. Up here in Canada, I don't think they're that well known down in the States. There's something called a Caesar, which is like vodka, clamato, which is clam juice and tomato juice. and they usually put some sort of a salty rim on it. Ugh. Even the thought of it, like, I don't want to drink clam squeezings. Just story. Yuck.
I don't know if she's still listening, but Mrs. Vile likes to drink this stuff that it's like a clamato and beer mixture.
Yeah, they sell that canned Budweiser.
Yeah, I've heard of that. I won't do clamato. That's just wrong. Ugh.
I can't imagine. It sounds disgusting. If I'm going to drink, I just want a nice scotch. Give me a scotch.
Absolutely. I'm there.
One scotch and one beer.
I do enjoy scotch.
She apparently is listening. She goes, "You're a snob drinker, Vile."
I am too, so that's okay.
Yeah, we were at a grocery store here in Mexico yesterday, and I was looking for something cheap that would taste good in coffee, and the cheapest thing they had was this. I think it was like a form of mezcal in a plastic bottle, and I'm like, how did they put it in a plastic bottle?
Yeah, you think you would just eat through the plastic, right?
Yeah. But yeah, right now I would really go for a couple of fingers of Macallan's. Single ice cube.
I like Tulabardine better. Macallan's isn't one of my favorites.
Oh no, I'm
like even a Scotch snob, so.
No, but when it comes to that kind of stuff, I got to go with the Macallan's because of my Scottish ancestry.
Ah,
of course, laddie.
Yeah, don't do that, Elihu.
California sell wine in Tetra packs.
This is true. Actually, you can get that up here too. I wonder if they still keep the little straw stuck to the side.
I don't know.
That would be awesome.
I haven't seen those wine boxes in a while.
The little wee like Tetra Pak wine boxes.
Yeah, like juice boxes, but wine. I haven't seen those in a while.
I think you can still get them up here, but I've never really looked at them because I can't bring myself to drink a wine, like a little mini wine box of wine. Like the only time I could think of buying anything like that, I think I once bought wine in a can, but it was because I needed it to make risotto, and I only needed a little bit of wine, and I didn't want to drink wine, so I just bought like a small quantity.
Several years ago, that was the only alcohol you could bring from the outside was the boxed wine, because basically it was wine and it was a non-shatterproof container, but they stopped that.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. But usually it's not the yummiest wine that's in those kinds of things.
Yes, that's why they allowed it. I'm like, it's
like I don't want to drink shitty wine. But it would be so fun to just like pop a little straw in your wine box.
No, I used to find it funny that my mom would get when she would go out to the beach with some friends or something, she would buy that little 4-pack of Sutter's Home. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh my gosh.
But they were 4 small plastic bottles that were inside of a little carry case that was made out of cardboard. And I'm like, you guys would always drink all 4 of them when you're out there. Why not just get a big bottle of wine?
Right? Oh, well, sometimes people are not as logical as we would like them to be.
I remember one time I worked at, I was 16 or 17. I worked at this little Italian restaurant in my hometown. And we were allowed to serve alcohol. And I remember taking home literally a box. Literally, the owner just goes, "Hey, aren't you have some special going on?" I'm like, he handed me the fucking crock. I took it home. So me and my girlfriend, we got to celebrate with box wine. It was kind of cool at the time.
One of the benefits of bartending at Comedy in the Park is basically after 5 o'clock, alcohol. Bottles of wine. You can get beer. That's why I got a Bloody Mary. It's like free alcohol after 5 o'clock.
Hey, man, I was 16 years old. I took my girlfriend date my girlfriend and give her some wine. I mean, that was pretty fucking cool back in the day.
Oh, I need more coffee. Damn.
I had a military dependent ID, so I would just go on base and buy whatever alcohol I wanted. They never bothered carding me.
God, you really abused the military brat shit, didn't you?
Oh hell yeah! As I said, I was a dependent, and I did all my shopping on
I never
base because
took advantage of that as a kid.
They don't do that. They stopped doing that long ago because of fuckers like you.
Hey, I could have done that at Luke Air Force when I was a teenager, but I'm like, man, what's the point?
Cheaper cigarettes?
Well, cigarettes are 99 cents a pack, but
Oh, hell yes.
Booze.
At the base, they were $1.10.
Cheaper
I'm like,
shit.
yeah, get a Circle
How
K.
the fuck wouldn't you ass?
They were like 10 cents more at the base. I'm like, I'll just go to Circle K, get a pack of GPC.
You weren't taxed, You weren't taxed. The only time you even got anything remotely related to a tax was if you were a dumbass and shot to the commissary for some stupid reason.
Nope, NEX all the way.
Yeah, no tax, but you never went to the commissary.
Nope. They had enough food at the NEX, which always surprised me. I'm like, why do they have the commissary and the NEX that also serves food or also sells food?
Sit down and eat. Compared to take and go.
But well, at least at the commissary at least at here accepted coupons, which was I always thought was funny.
Hey, Bird, you got Twilight Zone today?
No Twilight Zone today.
Okay.
Probably be a while before we get Twilight Zone. Yeah.
What's the reason?
Just not feeling it.
I had to ask. It's Sunday.
I was trying to do some mental math earlier, trying to figure out if I'm going to hit 200 CNA streams before the end of the year, and I'm not. I'm only going to get to 190.
Oh.
You could double up on some.
Yeah, morning and evening.
Nah. If I do another stream, I'll have to name it something else.
CNA stream overnight.
Yeah, late night.
Well, I at some point I was planning on changing the name of this stream from CNA to CNA, but instead of it being CNA as in all like caffeine, nicotine, and alcohol, it would be C caffeine and alcohol without the nicotine part if I ever quit smoking, and it would be CN as in like
and
yeah,
we got it. Like little N. Gotcha.
Yeah. Why not just call it the ANC stream?
Are you planning to quit smoking?
Not right now.
I mean, I'm
but
fully supportive if you want to quit smoking. That's great. People should quit smoking because, you know, it's pretty disgusting, but you be you and all that.
Yeah, my daughter told me she was quitting smoking the other day. I said, okay.
Did you call her?
I had a friend. Yeah, I had a friend who never wanted to quit smoking because his mom taught him never to be a quitter. So he would stop smoking. He would stop smoking for a bit and then he would start again. But yeah,
well, that's how I usually am. But
no,
I recently had kind of an argument with one of my kids.
If my daughter.
Go ahead.
Oh, what I was gonna say was, if my daughter quits or doesn't, I'm not getting in the middle of it. It's really not something I want to be involved in. It's their choice. I'll live with it.
But I would be supportive of having
I was
anyone who
talking with
decided.
one of my kids' moms, and she was complaining about, because she's a smoker, she buys her cigarettes on the Indian reservation because they're cheaper than buying them off the reservation because of all the taxes.
Yep. As they are. Yep.
She realized she's still spending like between $300 and $400 a month on cigarettes.
Oh my god! Yeah, I couldn't afford to smoke.
And I'm like, I smoke too, and I spend $40 a month on cigarette or on my tobacco.
Right? Like, how much are you smoking? Jeez.
Exactly. She goes through like a carton and a half to 2 cartons a week.
Oh,
I go through a carton every 2 weeks.
damn.
Yeah. I wouldn't be able to afford to smoke, so I mean, I even get weed for free, so.
Oh, I got cheap weed here. It's dispensary. No problem.
Yes, but free is cheaper than cheap.
Well, yeah, that's true.
But it's amazing how the difference between smoking 2 packs a day versus smoking less than a pack a day.
Yeah. Yep.
Literally, I will tell you guys that I smoke the most during the week on this live stream. I smoke more during the 3 hours of this live stream than I'll smoke for the rest of the day.
What, Bird?
You seem pretty close to being able to cut it out completely.
Well, literally, Bird, there are times I won't smoke an entire 2 or 3 days in a row just because I don't have a craving.
Then it sounds like you're not physically addicted.
I know
which is
I'm
great.
addicted. I will.
You're psychologically
say that. I know
addicted.
I'm addicted, Bird. I won't deny that.
I understand, but
it's
if you can go 3 days without smoking, then it's not a physical addiction; it's a psychological addiction.
Yep, I would concur.
Probably, yeah.
Which
It's the
is
same
a
reason
great
why I don't
step
drink
up
as much. I don't.
compared with most
sometimes I'll
people.
drink, like a fish, and then I'll just stop all of a sudden. But the caffeine, I ain't giving up my caffeine. I'm sorry, I need that in the mornings.
I gotta have my 7 cups minimum.
Yeesh.
Oh, I've actually mapped out now all the 7-Elevens near my stores that have and don't have the espresso machines, and I no longer go to the stores without espresso machines.
That's why I have a coffee pot. Okay.
Yes, but
Like 7-Eleven espresso, like 7-Eleven espresso can't possibly be really good espresso.
I will tell you this.
What's funny is how you guys get to talk about gas stations so willy-nilly.
We live in a
It
city.
made
That's
sense.
why.
We got here logically.
We live in a city. That's why, dude.
Yeah, well, I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gas stations, one quarter mile away, 5 miles away, 20 miles away, 25 miles away. I did say, guys, there's a pro and con to me being out here.
NB, I have about 25 gas stations a mile away.
I got one like 2 blocks away, but I'm in a pretty rural spot. But I'm not like.
I would imagine if Elihu on top of his apartment complex, he could probably look out, take a picture, video, and what would he? Probably 25 gas stations you could find.
Actually, no. From the roof of my building, you can't see one gas station. The closest gas station is in the Mission District. That is about 30 blocks away.
Okay,
There's no
in all
gas
honesty,
stations
I'm just doing
downtown.
some mental math.
Yeah, gas
Within
stations are rare
3
downtown.
miles of my house, there are 6 gas stations.
Yeah, there was none downtown.
Okay.
That's weird.
I don't understand distance blocks. I'm sorry.
Okay, it's about a mile away.
I probably got a gas
How
station
many
about a
minutes?
half mile away.
Sorry, 2.5 miles away. 2.5 miles away.
No. How many minutes did it take you to get
1 minute.
Oh, driving, it'll take about 20-minute drive, about a 45-minute walk.
to
How's
walk
it
a
a
mile?
45-minute walk?
There are no gas stations downtown. I live downtown. You have to go to the Mission District or the Fillmore District to the closest gas station.
Yeah, there's rarely gas stations downtown in cities.
Yeah, I mean, I know that there's some blocks
one
in
in
downtown San Diego that have gas stations, but
Yeah, there's more in the Sunset District than anywhere else in the city for some reason. And Bayview, go figure.
They've probably just been there for longer, so they're like grandfathered in. It's too expensive to have them in downtowns, I think.
Yeah,
think
there
they
was
need
one.
money.
There was one about a 5-minute walk from my house, but that closed down a couple of years ago.
Yeah, the
Well,
margins
I
are
do
pretty
know-
slim, I think.
this isn't really a gas station, but the building I used to work in downtown San Diego had gas pumps for their security vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you like the average person couldn't go there and pump gas. It was only for the security vehicles, and they'd have like this small gas truck that would come in to refill up the tank.
Yep.
But
we have one of those at work.
It was underground in the underground parking. But yeah, that's like the closest thing I could imagine for downtown having gas pumps.
Yeah, it used to be the last downtown gas station with the Burger King inside and a Starbucks, and Burger King closed, Starbucks closed, gas station closed. I'm like, damn.
But yeah, as far as I'm concerned, gas station coffee is so much better than Starbucks.
I don't know. I don't drink coffee, so.
Burn the heretic.
Starbucks pays more. Starbucks pays more for their employees' health care than they do for their beans. So that's part of the problem.
I kind of doubt that based on certain things that
I don't doubt it. It was reported many years ago that they reached that tipping point. News story. They talked about it on the radio. They talked about it on newspapers. Everywhere.
But yeah, I don't understand why my kids love Starbucks so much. I can't stand they burn their fucking beans as far as I'm concerned.
They make terrible tea as well.
I think they like their sweet stuff, their sugary.
Yeah, I'd rather go to Pete's Coffee than Starbucks.
I'd rather go to Dunkin'.
Well, what are the gas stations?
Yeah, I'd rather go to Dunkin' as well. At least at Dunkin', you'll get a decent donut to go with it.
They have no Dunkins here. It sucks.
We have Tim Hortons, but they don't make the donuts on site anymore. They like pre-bake donuts at like a central facility, and then they like reheat them and glaze them at the stores. And that's just wrong. They're so bad. I don't even feel tempted to eat any of them. They're just gross.
Yeah, last week I went to the donut
don't know
shop.
if Dunkin' does that or not.
Got a cream-filled donut. They cut it in half, made it a cream-filled donut sandwich, not a cream-filled sandwich donut. It was donut sandwich. I'm like, this is not a cream-filled donut. It was very thin layer of cream.
Quit your bitching. Quit your bitching.
Why are you so gay? Eating cream-filled things.
They were out of jelly.
I'll accept that.
Actually,
same ingredients in the same proportion.
No, it was.
Now there's lots of places opening up that do like these artisanal donuts, like super overpriced artisanal donuts with like crumbled brownies sprinkled on top and stuff like that.
There's a place like that. There's a place like that up by one of the 7-Elevens I go to.
Right.
That, a bunch of cops go to every morning for some reason. Well, because it's donuts.
Yeah.
But I went in there once I was like, how much for a box of donuts? And they're like, it's $56.75. And I'm like, how much for a box of Dale donuts? We don't do Dale donuts here.
Yeah, a lot of these places sell out too, right?
No, yeah, I'm amazed. I mean, they're only open for like 6 hours a day. How the fuck are they making enough money other than the fact that they're charging an arm and a leg for donuts?
Right.
There's
They
this
must be
place-
like freaking orgasmic donuts to be like that valuable.
You know, there's this place that just opened up in Vegas on Fremont called Pink Box. They have
Right?
these fancy designer donuts. They're the same price as Dunkin' Donuts. They're cheap. They're delicious as hell, and they're basically open like 12 hours a day, and they sell out half off donuts like about 20 minutes before they close.
All right. Well, if I ever bother to get my passport and my landed immigrant card renewed, I may go to Vegas, and I will be sure to check that out.
It's at the end of Fremont. It's called Pink Box. It's a pink donut, pink building.
Well, maybe
really
one of
should
these
get my
days we'll have
passport.
like
I need
a
to do more
CNA
traveling.
convention and we'll go to Vegas, but we'll have to go in the winter because I'm not going in the fucking summer.
Oh, hell no. No. I would never go anywhere hot in the summer. That's terrible. I mean, Jesus, so any holidays that I take are out onto the island and it's always cold out there.
Hey, I purposely went to Orlando, Florida in August, okay?
So we know that you're not the smartest person on the stream.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I went to Florida, sweated my balls off in Disney World, hung out with LDG. Yeah, I'm not the smartest person in the world.
Yeah. I think Dandelion is the one that's showing how intelligent men versus women are on this stream.
I don't know. I'm not the super smartest person.
I'm just saying you're not going to the hot place in the summer like we do.
Well, I just don't like hot places in general, so I just never go to hot places. It's not really anything smart or not smart. Vancouver Island, NB.
I'm resisting the urge to say something caddish like, well, no matter where you go, Dandelion, it's always a hot place.
That's
But,
very
you know.
kind, thank you. Mostly because I'm like menopausal, so yeah. I understand.
Oh my God. Oh, shut up, Jesse. Shut up.
You're a married man. Shut
That
up.
made me laugh. That made me laugh, and I to the point where I was coughing again, so I had to mute myself.
You're a married man. Shut up. Don't say anything.
All right, we're about to hit the 3-hour mark. Anything you guys want to
God,
promote?
3 hours?
What?
I said we're approaching the 3-hour mark. Is there anything you guys want to promote before I end the stream?
I don't think so.
Fine.
I don't have any. I don't even know if anybody I know is doing any streams that I might pop onto. It's been a while.
Yeah. I think P&K Astronomy is live streaming tonight. I'm not sure. I don't think I know about.
Has anyone posted any videos other than Kinder Egg videos?
No.
I never post videos.
Not
Although I did post a new picture on Instagram, but
I
nobody
posted-
here does
Yeah, so did
Instagram.
I posted a new video and picture on Instagram. Dandelion Plus saw that.
Mm-hmm. See, Elihu and I already follow each other, so we've already seen each other's photos.
Yeah.
If I get an Instagram, I'll probably follow you guys.
Closest
Yeah,
thing I'm
Instagram,
thinking about
right.
doing is somebody sent me. Okay, I'll shut up.
What?
Sorry. You guys just keep talking at the same time. It's funny.
Well, somebody should talk.
You just did.
Well,
what I'm
go
thinking
ahead,
about
go
doing
ahead,
a
Andy,
bridge.
go ahead, Andy.
I don't know. Somebody sent me one of my friends from back in my younger days sent me a link to a video from Papa Roach, and he said they did a rendition to a song "Last Resort" that he said I'm gonna fucking love. So thinking about maybe doing a reactionary just for shits and giggles.
I love Papa Roach.
Well, I love Papa Roach too, but what he's telling me, he said, dude, he literally told me, he's like, you're going to be fucking blown away. You are not going to believe what you're going to hear. I'm like, okay, fine. I'll wait and find out. No, I mean, I love Papa Roach. I've seen Papa Roach and I know the song. So I'm like, okay. Is it going to be one of those stripped down things they used to do on MTV? And if they do, is it going to be good? Because I remember those being hit or miss.
Well, I was gonna before he left, I was gonna ask Darren if he had anything he was gonna he posted, because I know he posted a video not too long ago, but he just disappeared. If you're in the chat, Darren, post it in the chat if you posted anything recently.
He fell off the edge.
Sorry. Sorry, Darren, if you're listening. That cracked me up.
And,
got too
my
close
little
to the side of the
Kinder,
edge.
the little intro that I made for the Kinder videos, I had to shorten because apparently all of a sudden everything that had that little intro in there got copyrighted by YouTube. Not strikes, but even last week's live stream, I had to excise that part where I played it because it was banned in all countries. And I'm like, really?
Jeez.
So it's now, instead of 15 seconds, it's now only 8 seconds.
Hey, has your any of your Hail the Klingon videos gotten striked or anything yet?
One of the ones for yes did get struck, not struck, but copyrighted, but they didn't stop it from being watched anywhere. It was CBS, Viacom, Paramount, whatever.
Yeah.
It was one of the one that had one of the clips from DS9.
Oh, okay.
And again, all they did was they, monetize it. That's it.
Yeah.
You mean the one good one.
I think it was the Dahar song. It was not the Gangnam Style song.
Okay, good. That was funny as shit.
Yep, looks like he might be back. Come on, let me scroll.
So hey guys. Hey, what's going on, guys? I just wanted to come on for my last time.
Wrong idiot, dude.
I just wanted to come on for the last time. And just say I'll miss everybody, and you won't be forgotten. I got so busy I accidentally forgot, or not forgot. I got so busy I accidentally left Yvette down under where she couldn't come in the underground. My bad. Anywho, I'm about to face the wrath.
You're gonna get yelled at for 2 hours. Gotcha.
Take care, everybody, and it was nice knowing you. If you ever had anything nice you wanted to say to me before I go, before you have regrets, now's the time.
Well, all we can do is wish you luck, Pickles.
Alas, poor Pickles. I knew him, Madam Dandelion.
And the correct answer is yes, ma'am. No matter what.
The correct answer where the woman was just yes.
My question is, why couldn't she get in? I thought she had like the pass thingy to get in.
She did, but she see, the thing is, there was a mishap on her computer, and a lot of things got reset.
Right.
So she needed to re-access her access to access.
Got it.
That's why I said whatever she says, the correct answer is yes, ma'am, no matter what she says.
All right. So which one should I end the stream with? Since we know the Dahar song is going to get caught on YouTube, should we do the war song, the victory song, the opera song, the Gangnam Style song, or the drinking song?
Gangnam.
Always Gangnam.
Always,
yeah.
Always.
All right, so I'm going to play that. I'm going to play
got
the
fire in the disco
intro, and I'm going to play,
that one gets
classic.
too much,
I get
though.
shot with a favorite.
Yeah.
All right, later, folkses.
Klingons, hoorah! Open Klingon style. Klingon style. Open Klingon style. Klingon style. Open Klingon style. Hey, sexy lady. Open Klingon style. Hey, sexy lady. Hey.
Nice. And we're still live.
It's much shorter. Well, I got to play this one.
All right. You're 19 years old now. I figure it's about time you got one after all your complaining.